be mad fucking quick with their shit, dog. Like I don't even understand, yo.
I mean,
they probably got like police scanners and shit. Once they hear something in like
no,
a rich
they got
neighborhood,
connections in the police department. You could tell.
Definitely,
like,
yeah,
right.
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I don't know. It's scumbag shit, but I can understand why they do it.
Yeah.
They get paid
I mean,
they probably got like
yeah, they gonna they gonna be the first people everybody go to. So
That's
I mean,
that's their job, dog.
yeah.
And if you got exclusive footage, like most likely you selling it to them because they probably offering the biggest bag. Like when what was that Solange when she beat up Jay-Z? I think TMZ had that footage of the, in the elevator and shit. Somebody probably from the hotel sold it to them, and you know what I mean.
Oh, somebody in the security room fucking sold it to him.
Right.
But they paying top dollar though. You already know you finna cash out. Like,
so even if you get fired,
so even if you get fired, you get paid for it.
I don't know what happened to them tapes.
Shit, I can't lie, dog. If I had that footage, Jack, man, I would have slid that to TMZ too, bro.
Hell yeah.
Come on, man.
Absolutely. No hesitation.
Yeah, they're giving out the bag for that shit. So you know what I mean.
Like look what came about off of that whole elevator shit, like the whole Lemonade album, and then Jay-Z apologizing on 444. Like, I'd have been like, yo, put some residuals on this because I'm gonna need something on the back end.
Indeed.
Who was that fucking pro football player that punched his wife in an elevator?
Ray Rice.
Bro, he never played again, bro. That's crazy.
He was nice too.
Yeah, he was. He was definitely nice.
He fucking clean clocked her, dude.
All you saw was her fall out the elevator.
Didn't she spit on him though?
I mean,
what he did was fucked up.
Yeah, but is it just
I should have got another chance in the NFL.
Yo, he cleaned her clock, bro. It wasn't even like a joke.
Yeah, he was. That was some fucked up shit.
Yeah, you can't hit a girl like that. And the thing, yo, I remember watching that footage, and he was just mad cool after it, dog. Like, you know,
I was like,
yeah, like this shit normal.
Like, imagine losing your job forever though because you punched somebody. Like that's crazy, dog.
Yeah, he definitely.
Hey, man.
That cool.
When you're in that kind of position, bro, you just gotta.
You gotta move. You gotta move better.
I think that's how Stephen A. had got suspended that one time because he was like men shouldn't put their hands on women, but he was like, also these females got to learn not to put their hands on men, and when they not, you know what I mean, when they not in the right place.
I mean, he suspended his ass.
He's not wrong, but he can't. You can't say that.
He can't say that.
Say that.
You can't say those things. You can think those things.
Right. He came back like a few days. My mom didn't raise me to say things like that. He apologized. The shot's like, no.
ESPN got to get him the fuck up out of there.
Right.
You already know.
Yeah, man.
Now ESPN love that dude. He can't go nowhere.
Because he on every show they got.
He got a bed in the studio probably. That motherfucker sleep there.
Stephen A?
Yeah, Stephen
bro,
A.
he's literally on ESPN 24 hours a day, bro. And he got his own radio show he do. He got some other, like, bro, when do you sleep, bro?
Yeah, he work hard, yo.
He cut the radio show.
Yo, when he was talking shit, dude, he was talking shit to Joe Rogan, I was dying, bro.
Oh, yeah, because they clowned him because he don't know shit about UFC.
He was boxing?
And then Joe was like, listen, I might be 5'5", but I'll fuck you up.
Oh, Joe Rogan will whoop Stephen A.'s ass.
Joe Rogan
don't fucking play.
Wasn't Joe Rogan a comedian, or am I getting him?
No, he was.
He was on Fear Factor and all that shit. He did a lot.
Okay.
That was a lot.
We live, by
Joe Rogan can really fight though. He can really fight.
We live.
I believe it.
We live. Let's go ahead and get started.
All right.
Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everyone who watches Press Start Podcast live. Shout out to the people who catch the podcast after. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Press Start Podcast is available on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play. If you want to just hear the audio version of it, make sure you guys check out our Patreon as well. You know, we do good stuff there. Yeah, we gave away Pornhub. I really did. I gave away three.
Three
codes of Pornhub Premium.
I saw that on Patreon.
Yeah, I think Jigga won Jack.
Jigga won it.
Oh yeah, Jigga April.
Yeah. I forgot the other two's names, but they got a free month of Pornhub Premium. We gotta treat our viewers right. You know what I mean? Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day.
We gotta do something nice for them. You know? So I think that's just gonna be a yearly thing that I do.
You're saying your mic low, Kofi?
No, it's not.
Let me turn it up. Because sometimes it actually be low shit. I think that's gonna be a yearly thing that we do on this podcast. As long as Press Start Podcast is around, every time Valentine's Day come around, we're gonna hook some people up with some premium.
What do you mean as long as? Excuse me?
You know what I mean? Because you never know, dog. You never know a man's dog. So as long as it's Press Start Podcast is around. We're gonna be giving that. But I hope everybody's having a great afternoon. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to everybody here. All their channels are in the description. We're gonna go ahead and do the introductions real quick. Press Start Podcast episode 139. Pullout game.
Oh, you took off strong.
Pullout game.
Whoa.
Yo, that thumbnail's heat though. You have to admit.
That shit fire.
I like that. Who came up with that? That was all you?
Yeah, that was me.
That
Dog.
was you, Kofi?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I be putting in work with these thumbnails, dog. They have to show me some respect out here, dog. My thumbnail game kind of crazy.
Pull out game.
All right, yo. So we do got two guests joining us today. I want to introduce them first before we do our panel. Drew, say what's up.
What's good? What's good? It's Drew Game. Check out the channel. Shout out to AGS. Check us out Sunday, 4 p.m. We in here, man.
You know hard they watching to check your energy, right?
Yeah, we know that.
Is this PSP Drew or is this AGS?
He wants to see. He wants to
Press
see.
Start
if
Drew
Drew
coming with
wants
that
to-
different energy, dog. That's what I like.
Nah, we good, man.
Hey, yo,
Is
go ahead,
Drew
put your 2
actually-
weeks
so
in,
he's
Drew. You
gonna
ain't
be
got to
like-
be scared, dog. Put your 2 weeks in over there, man. Come slide with
I gotta
come
make sure
slide with the
Drew
big
actually
boys.
has a
all
I'm
right?
not trying to start nothing. I don't want no smoke. Niggas on my neck every week.
So Drew, tell me what is
Formally put
Drew?
his
Tell
2
me what is
weeks
the
in.
difference
Herb Bronx,
between
we in the
Press Start
building.
Drew?
What up?
So what's Press Start Drew and AGS Drew? What's the difference?
Nah,
Tell me.
there's no difference anymore.
You know,
anymore.
yo, word around town, Press Start
No,
Drew
no.
is lit. You know what I mean? He's talkative. He's engaging in the conversation.
Let me
You know what I mean?
explain. First off, that was one Sunday that I was tired, and now everybody assumes that it's different. Since then, I've been good. Okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute. So what you're telling me is that Hard 8 is making sure you behave?
No, I'm just saying, like I'm good, man.
Yo.
Hey, listen, look.
I don't want
Shout
no
out to
drama,
Drew,
no
man.
smoke.
If your husband is beating you when no one is around, you can tell somebody. We'll take care of
This
you.
man said husband. I'm done.
Shout out to AGS. Check us out Sunday, man.
Check him out.
Yes,
and
please.
we got Hustle and Motivate up in here, man. Say what's up.
Hey, everybody, what's happening? If you don't know me, my name is Hustle and Motivate, and you might know me from such places as being a mod in Kofi's chat, being a mod in Jack Move's chat, and being a mod in J Main's chat, even though he don't stream like that.
Sir, we're forgetting one.
Get that together, my guy. Get that together.
Sir, you're forgetting one.
Alex? Oh, I'm a mod in Alex's chat as well.
Correct.
It's always good to be around these fellas, man. You know, we spoken behind the scenes. Everything is always good. You can check me out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. My homie Jack Move raids me. My Twitch name is Hustle and Motivate, and I'm gonna link all that at the end. But I put out YouTube videos it's gonna be every Tuesday and Thursday going forward, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch. So now we got like a steady schedule. I'm ready to put the work in, man, and I really want y'all to come support me. I'm on the road to 50 followers, and I would really appreciate it on Twitch if you guys would come follow me and help me out.
Make sure y'all check out Hustle and Motivate.
Please do
man.
so.
Good.
Super
good.
nice
He's
guy.
getting busy in gears. I seen that.
I try my best, man. I try my best.
All right, and our panel, for any new viewers who don't know who the main cast are, we're gonna start off with the Do-Rag King J Main. Say what's up.
All right. What's going on, everybody? J Main back checking in with the podcast. Really good to be here. Actually, I don't know if I think I said this last week, but I had these past 2 days off. Because we all know something, you know, I mean, the most anticipated game was supposed to be coming out tomorrow. Unfortunately, it got delayed. So I still kept the days off because I was mourning. I mourned today. And then tomorrow, you know, I mean, I'm gonna be back to normal. But
Cyberpunk wasn't coming out these last 2 days. What are you talking about?
who?
Facts, Alex. That's facts.
Irrelevant. Anyway, appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Jamie, do you want to make a bet? Because you're about to lose another one.
Ooh.
I know you ain't doing it for that Metacritic. I know you ain't doing it for that Metacritic.
Because listen, Dreams is at a 90. Thanks for reminding me, Alex. Dreams.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. According to my bet, Dreams is at a 90. Exactly as I predicted. So, Alex, we might be able to cook something up, man. We might be able to have a little bet.
Cyberpunk wins more Game of the Year awards.
Oh, then Last of Us.
Yeah.
That might be a good one. Now, how about Metacritic though? What do you guys think about that?
Who gives a fuck
It's
about
gonna
Metacritic?
lose the Metacritic. It's gonna lose the Metacritic.
It's gonna lose in Metacritic.
I think so.
Alex, you might have something. I mean, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it.
See, because
Anyway,
I didn't say Metacritic. I said more Game of the Year awards. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, because I know we got,
Cyberpunk's
we
gonna
got
be
the
hitting,
CD
bro.
Projekt Deep Throaters in the industry, so we gotta.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we gotta look out for
Listen,
them. You gotta be
they
careful.
make actual video games. I'm sorry.
No.
They make
But
one good game.
listen,
That's what they
listen,
did.
J-Main, if Cyberpunk
Yeah.
looks like the 30-minute demo that they put out, if it looks like that, you already know artistic changes happen during the development process. So if they keep it the same, the way in terms of presentation and the dialogue, and it just looks like a really deep RPG, and it looks super dope, dog. It looks super dope. But you never know. You never know, man.
Graphics and
You
Some of
never
that
know,
footage
man.
like the Switch version. I don't know.
That
It's
new
probably on the
project-
Xbox. It's probably on
Oh,
the
that
Xbox.
You know what it is, Jack?
Keanu Reeves looked like he was on PS2.
That joint look crazy.
I'm more impressed of like everything else, like the gameplay and
not
just like
amazing.
Oh, yeah,
the
that's-
world building, and
Yeah.
just how like
I put it
how
in
many
the bin, that's what
NPCs
you
and
think.
what you can do in the game and stuff like that. I thought that shit was.
Kofi, we can't
some
talk
next
about
level
artistic
shit.
changes anymore. Remember that.
I was gonna say, yeah, y'all need to stay far away from that one, please. We don't need no more
Trust me. I have fallen all the way back. I don't see anything, man. When a game comes out, it's the way it was supposed to look. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Anyways, yo, J-Man, you done?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm straight. Let's get into it.
All right, Jack, say what's up.
What's good, everybody? Hope y'all having a good week. It's coronavirus. That's the only thing I got to say. That's what I'm here. Anytime you guys smoke with me, my response is coronavirus. You gotta leave it.
All right.
Shout out to Duke Deuce, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that Cocaine Dead remix fire.
yeah.
That shit heat.
Oh, I got a remix?
Yeah,
They got a
video and
remix with
everything.
Lil John,
Project Pat and Juicy
I
J.
ain't even know that. What
Juicy
the
J.
fuck?
Yeah, that shit heat.
Fire.
I'm
Fire.
asleep. Okay. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, and Alex, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, everybody? It's Alex. Tomorrow we're doing Doom 3 on the stream on the channel. Videos are up every Sunday, every Wednesday, streams every Fridays and Saturdays. So check me out there. I'm not as sassy on the channel as I am here, so trust me, it's a little more subdued. Here, I like to get a little fuckery in there because I love J-Man too much. Also, if we get 200 patrons on our Patreon, did I say that right? 200 patrons on our Patreon?
Yes.
I will wear a do-rag for a podcast.
I know y'all want to see that. Yeah, we all come
I have been
do-ragged out.
given the approval by my associates here on the culture. I will then show up with probably a rainbow style do-rag.
Ooh, that's heat. I like that.
A rainbow style direct. They got it out there too. You can find
Yeah,
that.
We need it for the culture still. Yeah, we're actually close. We need like 10 or 12 more Patreons or some shit like that. I don't know, man. More Patrons for that. But you
Y'all
want
know
to
what
see
to do.
Alex? Y'all want to see Alex with a do-rag? We all come up with a do-rag?
Yo,
Y'all
did
know
you
what
see the
do-rag.
chat?
What they say?
Alex the do-rag will make him blacker than Bond.
I'm not gonna argue.
Well, Bond get his haircut at Super Mario, so
Oh!
it's really nothing. It's really nothing left to say, dog.
Yo, but that man said he had like his barber was like 90 years old, whatever the fuck he said about his barber. I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah.
Somebody said they want to see me nude instead. Oh, you got it. Come to my
All
stream.
right.
I love you, Bond. Don't worry.
All right, so let's get into some topics. But before that, though, actually, let's just talk about this Dreams bet because
Kofi sweating, dog.
one part of this bet has wrapped up. J-Main, he got his final score for Dreams, which he's incredibly lucky because the Metacritic score actually dropped to 89 today.
Well,
He got so lucky. And the cutoff date was what? Was it yesterday, J-Main, or is it 2 days ago?
yes.
Was it
the
yesterday?
19th?
The
Yep.
19th.
At midnight sharp, like you said, Kofi.
I did say that. So J-Man got lucky. Dreams at 90 Metacritic. I'm still not too worried because I know Ori is gonna pass 90, so I'm not too worried about that. There's a Kofi shaking in his boots. That's a lie. I'm actually all right.
You know what you got to worry about though with Ori is that we all know it's going to get reviewed a lot more than Dreams, and if it has a lot of 9s, it could bring down the higher, like the 10s that it gets.
Yeah.
I just don't see a lot of people giving it perfect scores, and that's why I think a lot of the 9s and the fucking inevitable 6 out of 10 is coming. Like they did. Yeah, that Dream 6 out of 10 is bullshit. Let me tell you something. Because
that review
first of all,
is
it's in
perfect.
a language that I don't even understand, but I translated it, so he already loses points because I had to translate some shit. And I read the review, and he was just talking bullshit. Like, dog. He's not even talking about the creator tools and shit like that. He's talking about what Dreams is as what he's playing now. It's like, dog,
But that's a fair assessment,
that the future of the game and the potential is where you need to be reviewing?
No, that's stupid. Okay, can we talk about that? That's actually a good discussion. Do you think
that is a good discussion?
Yeah, let's take it away from Dreams and all of that. Do you think it's fair for a reviewer to score a game high based on its potential in future updates and what it can be in the future? Do you guys think that's fair?
For this type of game, I do.
Kind of.
No. And let me tell you why.
Let's hear it.
Why?
Because you can't, like, that's just like saying if a game come out and it's fully broken, right? They're going to talk about how that game was, like if it was Uncharted. And if that game was broken upon arrival, they're not going to go back and be like, well, you know what? We fucked up here. We're going to re-review it. That's not fair, dog. Like, that's not
this case. That's not this case at all.
They do re-reviews.
It has tools that work.
Shit, come on, dude.
But okay, this is the thing though. I feel like games as a service get that benefit of the doubt though. I mean, and Dreams is like kind of a games as a service type situation. So I mean, if we do it for those type games, we got to do it for stuff like Dreams. But I can understand. it either way. I can understand being like, here and now, this ain't it. I'm not fucking with it. But I can also see him being like, well, I can see, I can see the potential, but that's like a review in progress type shit too. I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Cause think about this, Jack. How about, for example, like Destiny? Imagine people giving it great reviews, giving it straight 10s of what it can be, and the expansion passes are not out. Like Destiny's let's say Destiny, the base model launch versus Destiny with all the expansion passes together. Yeah. Obviously, with all the expansion passes together, it would probably get a higher review score. It would be more, we'll get more positive reception and stuff like that because it's a bigger, better package. Right now, if you pop in Dreams right now today, this is how I feel. I have the game. J-Man, do you even have the game? You have Dreams yet?
Absolutely.
All right, that's good.
I was playing it today.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, so
I bought 2 copies.
From what I've played, the campaign, let's keep it honest, buck. Out of all the platforming games we have played, from the Ratchet and Clanks, from the Marios, Dreams campaign, you know what I mean? Like, the campaign is not hot. It's cool, but it's not something to ride home with. J-Man, would you agree? I actually want to get
so far I played probably like halfway through it or close to halfway through it.
Let's be honest. What do you think about this campaign? I think all the platformers.
Hold up. But how can we compare it to those platformers when Dreams is made by a studio with less than 50 people? Like you really have to look at.
That's stupid because man's could bring up a game like Ori. Isn't Ori being made by less than 50 people?
Okay, but is Ori also a creation tool as well? You got to.
I'm just saying.
How much development goes into creating the tools and making sure these.
All right, so but you're bringing out a totally different point. What I'm talking about. I'm talking about the campaign that they included. Let's talk about that.
Okay. The campaign that they included, while it's short,
was it good or not?
I didn't finish it yet, but while it's short, I like what they had there. I like the platforming portions of the game. I like the little debug character where you have to go and use him in certain portions of the game. They have some some rhythm like mini games going on in that portion, and then it has the story to it as well. So as far as what I played so far, it's cool. It's not anything special, but it's good. It's good.
Okay. So the whole point I'm trying to get at is me as someone who is not a creator. Dreams was also made for people just to enjoy the content that's in the game, correct or not? Because I believe I was watching a Game Informer interview, and they're doing rapid fire questions, and he only said he only hopes 1% of people, he'll be happy if 1% of people just created shit in Dreams. You know what I mean? So obviously they have expectations that people are gonna buy this game just to enjoy the content in it, correct?
Wrong.
All right, so why is it wrong? Let me hear it. Let me hear why is this wrong?
Because it's a creation tool. It's a creation tool first. So look, you talking about the media molecule who created the slogan "Play, Create, Share." This is their slogan. So you're gonna play portions of the game. There's creation tools, and then there's the sharing part. So I don't understand how you can just take one person's view of what he wants people to do and make it a blanket statement when their slogan as a studio is play creation.
So you're really trying to sit here and tell me that pretty much if you're copying Dreams, they expect you to create some shit.
Duh, nigga, have you played Little Big Planet?
My nigga, people play Little Big Planet just to play through. Not everyone plays it to create this.
Are you stupid? No, are you crazy?
All right,
are you seriously saying that right now? People play Little Big Planet to play what's there.
Yeah, play what's there. All right, that's what I did.
Bro, he's saying play what other people create too, though.
To play what's there, yeah. To play what's there. Play what's either the campaign or play what people created. That's what I'm talking about.
But there's also the stuff that people have to make that stuff. That's what I'm saying. That community of creation.
Yeah, it's too
that's what I'm trying to say. So
I'm telling you, it's as if not more important than the people that play. There's no playing if people aren't creating. So how wouldn't the creation part be the most important part?
Okay, hold on. I think that Kofi is underestimating people that really love things like Mario Maker.
I'm not underestimating
but
shit.
Then,
y'all
but then
again, hold on. Let me say something. Y'all missing my complete point.
Again,
I'm saying that there's niggas that want to buy these games just to play without creating shit. Why don't you guys understand about that?
And then people that only buy Mario Maker just to play the levels that people make. So I'm not.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. And J-Man is trying to tell me Dreams is not for someone like me.
But it's both though. It's both.
That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm just telling you what the most important aspect of the game is. Yes, there's going to be, I bought the game to play the creations, but there is no me buying the game to play if there's no creators, which is the most important aspect of the game. That's what I'm telling you. So you can't sit up there and say the guy say he hopes that 1% of people create. How the hell are people going to continue to play if only 1%?
Yeah, so this game relies so much on its community. If the community fucking dies, then this game dies. So my whole point in bringing this shit up is saying that as someone who bought Dreams, as someone who is not interested in creating anything, just wants to see what other people has created and see what media molecule is created. When I'm reviewing Dreams, like to the point where you're saying the guy who gave it a 60 is not fair. I can see where he's coming from. As someone just buying the game and popping it in, this is what's available, and he's telling you how it's like. As someone who's not interested in creating other people's products.
Clickbait. It was a clickbait.
I agree with that somewhat, but as a reviewer, you should try to utilize everything that's in the game. Cause you talk about so he should at least gave it a shot at creating something, even if he's not good at it. I mean, it is one of the major, if not the most major part of the game, is the fact that you can create your own game type shit. So.
And he did use the creation. I just think as much credit that it deserved in the whole review process.
I do want to say this about Dreams though. One of the dope things that I do enjoy about it is that you can borrow assets from other creators. So if all of y'all make something, I can borrow.
Yeah, I'm not
y'all.
doubting that, man. I'm not doubting the whole creation process is good. It seems like it's very good. I tried even just creating my homeroom, and that shit was just dealing with the controls. I ain't got time to even decorate my homeroom and shit like that. It's
preferred that you use the. Is it the touch controls or the gyro controls or whatever those? It's not preferred that you just use the controller. You got to use the other controls. But the thing I wanted to mention was they had one of the dopest things is if I borrow assets from all of y'all, then y'all names will be in the
credit. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's cool.
And you can collab too on games. So there could be more than just you. You can ship things off. If you want somebody to work on the audio or you want somebody to work on the art, they can do that for you, and you guys can work together.
Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
How long will it be before Sony cultivates their next talent? They're gonna have a studio. How many years?
Well, some people. I think I was watching an interview and somebody was hired, someone who was always I think they do this live stream where they play the top creations or the top voted creations, and I think somebody was actually hired to work on Dreams after creating some of the shit. So. That's pretty cool. If this opens up opportunities for certain people, then that's cool in itself. But back to the conversation I was trying to get out. Is it fair to give a game a high review or give it praise on what it can be in the future? Drew, what do you think?
Damn, I don't really know, because if you go into it looking at the base game of Dreams, it doesn't really look all that. You get what I'm saying? And on the fact that you got to rely on other people's creations, it's like, because a lot of them shits were trash that I seen. I'm not gonna lie. That Red Dead Redemption one, I seen
Cuphead.
a
The Sekiro, the
Cuphead.
Sekiro one, all of them. People be hyping
Did y'all
this
see
shit,
that
man.
Ghost of Tsushima one when they reenacted?
Yeah.
Like, it was cool, but I mean, yo, a lot of that shit is trash. The best one I seen was the ultra realistic one, like with the rain and stuff like that. I seen Gamer23 playing that. That was cool. So I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on it. I don't really know, bro. It depends. If you basing it off just the base game, like then it should get like a 6. But I guess if you're looking at some of the best creations, then I guess you could go like a 9, depending on it.
Yeah, like looking at some of the Christians, like, yeah, to think that somebody made this, or a person made this, yeah, it's cool, it's creative. I don't know, but like when I'm playing some of these creations, and I did give it a fair shot. I didn't play the bullshit. I played the top community shit. It's just like it's type trash, and I had a nerve of a PlayStation fanboy tell me. And look, a PlayStation fanboy told me on Twitter saying that there's games created in Dreams that's better than anything that Microsoft has put out.
Hold on.
I'm like, the capping niggas are doing, bro, is blowing my mind, bro. Like, I hope y'all niggas are actually buying this game, supporting this game, and like how y'all do. Because I went on my friends list. I have about almost 200 people on my friends list on PSN, and 9 niggas have the game. 9 niggas have the game. So I hope y'all,
That's fire.
I hope y'all are actually purchasing this game, and like how y'all capping for it, I hope y'all are really purchasing and supporting this damn game, bro. Shit is crazy. I can't believe a nigga said that. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Kofi, did you play Captain's Toad? What's that? Treasure Tracker?
Yeah, I played that little Crowley. I did that on stream, and I even said that. I was like, yo, this is probably one of the better creations that I've played. I said that. I said that on stream too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's games
The
like
one
that.
The one with the crawling, like the puzzle one where you have to get the jewels.
Yeah, the little
shit.
diamonds.
Yeah, I played that.
Splat, like I said before, Splatty's Adventure. I actually played that finally today. The the concept I like. The controls and the camera work, they have to work on it. But again, this is one person that's made this. Who knows, in a couple months? Like, it's gonna take time. But like I said, the potential is there. The Babatunde game that I played, which is like an arena fighter, really, it's actually really pretty decent.
Didn't somebody make Fallout 4 in it too?
Yeah, they made like a little small Fallout 4.
Game.
Bro, nobody make these
4.
these niggas just make scenes of games. No one's really making Fallout 4. That's what pisses me off too. We're just gonna make this. We're gonna make this. Bro, they're not making this game. They just literally make like a scene of a game or like a 5-second. Like, come on, cut it out.
They make games with $100,000 budgets and shit like that. Like, they're not gonna.
So
make
stop. Yeah, all right.
like that.
All right. So what this taught me is the type of PC games these PlayStation niggas be making fun of, the filler shovelware trash that Jack be talking about. They're pretty cool with that. They're pretty cool with that on the low then. Cause there's a lot of that shit.
Cool.
There's a lot of that shit in Dreams. I'm gonna keep it real with you. There's a lot of that shit in Dreams.
So
this is by one person, and
let's be real. In Dreams, you can use a mouse and keyboard.
Crazy.
So.
What you say, Alex? What you say?
Well, in Dreams, you can use a mouse and keyboard, so it's basically a PC game. So if you're capping Dreams, you might just start playing on PC. I'm just saying right there.
No, I just no, it's just the energy is so funny. No, the energy is just so funny to me. Like, some of the people I see hyping Dreams.
How's it funny to you? You know this kind of PlayStation logo, they're gonna like it.
I'm just saying, like, I see some of these people hyping some of these games and like being blown away by some of these fucking stick figure models and doing shit, like blown away, like, yo, this is crazy. And like turn around and like make fun of like certain games on other platforms that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even make sense in my brain. Like, how you capping for this shit? How you capping so hard for this shit? But all of a sudden, this looks amazing to you, but this looks absolutely terrible to
Wait, I thought capping meant lying.
Well, lying. Well, they're not. You think they'd be disingenuous with how they.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, all I gotta say is Media Molecule has a very strong but small fan base. You need to respect their opinions and their visions. That's all I'm saying. Just respect it. Just respect.
It's good, yo. It's good. It's good though. You know what I mean? For the people like creating shit, yo, that's props on you. But I
think it'd be cool if it did like I would like a Crash Bandicoot maker to make like a Mario Maker kind of a thing, or something like along those lines.
I'm sure somebody made.
They probably do
that
got something
would
like
be
that in
cool.
development.
Yeah, that would be cool because Mario Maker is really fucking awesome. But Mario Maker is good because you have all those different other Marios to work from. You can do that stuff and build that stuff really quickly and move forward from there. But
other companies haven't followed suit after Mario.
Mario Maker was huge. Is huge.
Yeah, that definitely was lit. I got both of those, and like the second one is even better. And I was a little concerned about Dreams at first because like there's a reason why like Nintendo won't give you like the whole like asset quality thing because it doesn't like devalue like any game any Mario game that gets put out from Mario Maker, but like with that Dream shit, you can just do so much more. You can actually recreate Mario Maker in Dreams, which is like it's the dopest shit. I can't wait to see stuff like that, man.
No, continue with your point.
Oh no, I just want to say like I just want to see stuff like that, but I kind of want Kofi to win that bet because J-Man, man, listen, man.
What?
It's not even personal.
J-Man.
That's an easy bet for Kofi to take. Why you want him to win that?
How's that really an easy bet? How's that an easy bet for me though?
No, coming out of Ori definitely looked better than Dreams.
Like, how is that an easy bet?
But how's it an easy bet for me to win? Like you said, you're saying that Media Molecules.
No,
they
it's not
never
about
drop
me.
a bad. They never drop a bad reviewed game. Yo, taking this stuff, thinking what they did over here. Yo, they stupid. Yo, press start views. Yo, he said BG next week, dog. He said BG next week, dog.
Ain't no Weapon Wheel podcast next week, but y'all can watch this 4-week-old episode. Get that shit out of here. Nobody watch that shit, dog.
Yeah, that's funny, bro. You know he's gonna, BG's gonna slide and take my thumbnail too, bro. You already know what you do, bro.
Of course. You say you gonna steal it?
He's gonna steal it.
That's gonna be the thumbnail for the podcast.
Do you think that man does anything creative at all? He just takes everything you make. That's
it's all good, man. I'm here to spread love. We all take from each other, man.
I don't condone anything.
We all take from each other here and there, so I ain't even mad at it. I'm just glad that I can inspire BG, the big YouTuber with 80K.
If all of a sudden BG starts doing a stream the series of games, boy.
Wait a minute.
Are you saying he copy of you, Alex?
Hold on, Alex. I inspire a few of you all around here too.
Shit, talk your shit, hustle.
I need to because I don't see too many of you using DSLR cameras around here until I start.
We don't got that kind of money, man.
BG.
Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't even talking about BG, but yeah, BG too. Same.
Nah, dude. No, you went and bought a new car. You almost bought a new car.
Wait.
Yeah, I think you posted that on Twitter, right?
Hold on a second. Okay, hold on.
What?
You went. I told you that there was a weird clicking noise in one of your videos.
Yep.
And you went, okay, I'm gonna buy a new $2,000 camera. I said, no, don't do that. And then we found out it was literally just because the camera was auto-focusing on you, making that noise. And you were like, oh, thanks for saving me all that money. I almost spent another $2,000 on another DSLR. So maybe you need to slow down on the spend.
You got that bag?
All right, yo, BG has responded. He has responded to Alex.
Already?
He says,
God damn.
nobody watch Alex videos, but the roaches and ants in his house. Yo, BG, you fouled for that. That's my nigga, dog. Foul back.
You have to do him like that.
No, dirty.
Let me see what he said. No, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, you stupid. All right, let me read some of these super chats, dog. I'm dead, dog.
And Kofi, y'all not about to sit here and become the underdogs of this bet. I'm not letting y'all do that.
You know, he trying to change the narrative.
Trying to change the narrative, dog. It's cool, though.
Well, it feels like I'm the underlying. How I'm getting attacked on Twitter by these constant Sony fanboys.
They at your neck, dog.
Yeah, on my neck, yo.
I love it.
You're nothing more than an X-bot, Kofi.
Of course, you already know what it is. The Xbot with no Xbox, dog.
I won't gonna say nothing, but yeah.
This is from Grammy314. He says, shout out to the big Musty and the PSP fam, dog. Who the fuck is the big Musty, dog?
Who's the big Musty?
Is it Jack?
Bro, if y'all don't stop calling me that bullshit.
Is that you the big Musty, dog?
Man, okay, no, one
Go
day
wash your ass, dog. Yo, go wash your ass, dog.
I took a shower. One day I was streaming and somebody was like, Jack, Moo, you start going by Big Musty type shit, right? I'm like, no. But then ever since then, people, I don't know. I'm not going by that name, people. Stop.
I like it.
Big
I'm not going by Big Musty. Hey, man, if you go by fucking,
nah,
Sound like a wrestler.
no, I can't
Yo,
even say
Big
that.
Musty sounds like somebody you meet in jail.
Yeah, it does.
You gonna watch Big Musty draws?
I'm good, dog. This shit crazy.
We got another super chat
Big
from
musty.
Jason Elliott. He says, "Who remembers when games didn't come out broke?"
I do.
2 gens ago, yeah.
Yeah.
E-Rock97
PS2
says,
era.
J-Main, take your Little Big Planet blinders off.
Never.
He says.
Listen, and Sony needs to put some more respect on Media Molecule for what Little Big Planet meant to the PS3 era. Listen, Little Big Planet 1 came out in 2008, back when Sony was trash and PlayStation 3 nobody fucking cared about. They made Sackboy the fucking mascot of the PlayStation,
I remember
and
that.
that started the resurgence of PS3. And here we are with Media Molecule releasing another game, and Sony is not fucking backing it like they need to be backing it. So
What if
Sony
I told you the resurgence of the
eat a dick.
PS3 was because of David Cage and Heavy Rain?
I mean, that was part of it, but Media Molecule released the mascot of PlayStation 3, and Sackboy was that. Erica got a picture with him. Shout out to her. That fucking Sackboy that was running around, was that PSX?
Oh, yeah, I
I
remember
think.
that.
Yeah, he wasn't there for no reason. That was the mascot, dog. For real, for real. So
Blaze
nah, I'm not taking
4K.
Little Planet Bonds off. Game is fire.
Blaze 4K, thanks for the donation. I appreciate it, bro. He says, Sony is God. Say my name, PlayStation fanboy, at Kofi. Jason Elliott says, Kofi, how is your father not a mod? My father's not on YouTube, sir, so I don't know.
Oh, you talking about BG? You talking about BG, dog?
I need to get her a drink. I need her a drink.
Jason Elliott again, he says, why doesn't Dark Vader read his super chats? I do read my super chats. Thank you very much. And I know you're talking about me. I know you're talking about me.
Yo, that's a good one. Okay, we start going by Dark Vader. I'll start going by.
Yo, if Jack is Big Musty, Kofi is
I'm Dark Vader. I'm Dark Vader. I'm Dark Vader. I'm definitely Dark Vader.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Musty, what are you doing tonight?
And Mr.
ask
Twin,
Dark Vader.
he says, Animal Crossing, March 20th.
Wait, thank you for your super chat.
Yo, J-Man, yo, you know what I'm going to do to punish you? I don't think taking your $60 is enough, to be honest.
Huh?
You know what? I feel like, I was thinking to myself, I think if I win this bet, I'm going to say keep your money, but you got to buy Animal Crossing.
And stream it.
And you got to play. And look, I'll let you keep your money. But you gotta buy Animal Crossing and play 10 hours of Animal Crossing.
He's got to
no,
stream.
just-
He's got to
How
stream
do
10
you-
hours.
Damn, that game is
You have to play
garbage.
10 hours of Animal
No.
Crossing.
J-Man,
Stream
don't-
live. You can only play
I'm thinking
online.
about switching it. If you're down for it, I'm thinking about letting you keep your money. But you have to buy Animal Crossing though.
My
Play
thing
10 hours
with
of it.
Animal Crossing is I'm afraid of games like that because I'm OCD and I know how time consuming those games are. I would get nothing done in 10 hours, even if I play something like that.
No, look, J man, you're gonna fall asleep in the first 30 minutes.
The funny thing is, if I force J-Man to play 10 hours of it, you'll get hooked on it. That's the funny thing.
I don't
That's the
doubt
funny
it. I don't fucking doubt it, though.
Yeah.
That's why I'm shitting on it, to keep myself far away from it. You know what I mean? Shit on it. Trash.
All right, so let's move on to the big topics of the week. Let's start off talking about the Bloomberg article that came out about PlayStation struggling to figure out the price point of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
J-Main,
I like
can you pretty much give these guys a story about this if you know it in detail a little bit?
Yeah, off the top of my head, what I remember from the article was that basically Sony pretty much kind of wants to go back to that $399 price point of the PlayStation 4, which was so successful for them. Not only was it a big moment at E3, but it's just a price that customers are comfortable with. The struggle here is that the parts in the PlayStation 5 have the total cost around like $460 some odd dollars, I think it was, and that doesn't
40?
around there, something around there, and that doesn't also
450.
include, like,
It was 50. It was 450.
it was actually
for a
450.
unit.
Yes, you're right. And that doesn't include things like probably shipping them to these fucking stores and stuff like that. So of course it'll
Other
total out to be
fees and
more than
shit.
that.
Other
Yeah.
fees and shit.
Right. So they are struggling because putting it at 500 would mean that they can see at least a little loss or no loss, and But the struggle there is that if the Microsoft, they want to see what Microsoft is doing with that Series X, because if they put that at 500 too, that can be like a big moment for them to have something that's the same price, but also more powerful. Who knows what the specs are confirmed, but as of we know right now, the rumors are that the Series X is supposed to be stronger than the 5. So that seems to be the struggle right there with the pricing.
Jack, I got a question for you. Why is PlayStation so concerned about Microsoft's price point of the Series X, or putting it into the equation heavy that they're kind of timing themselves?
Coronavirus. That's my answer, man. Hey, if they can do it, I can do it. Goddamn it. Hey,
Coronavirus.
what's good for the goose is good for the cat.
Oh my god!
But no, man.
Coronavirus.
The thing is with this, man, like I can understand them wanting to, be competitively priced and whatnot. But this is the thing with Sony, right? You're either gonna take the hit or you're not. The Series X is not gonna be $399, right? And that's probably the lowest you can make your system. And the cheapest Series X is probably gonna be is 500. So like I said a couple of weeks ago, you either gonna jump off the porch, make it 500. And the worst case scenario is that, it ain't really no worst case scenario. If you make it 500, you're probably gonna be the same price as the Project X. If you make it 400, you taking a loss, but you're probably gonna be cheaper than the Project X. Like you you gotta hop off the porch at some point, man. You can't keep playing chicken with this fucking console shit. I don't know, man.
Yeah, weird. So it seems like both companies are being careful.
Coyish.
Yeah, they're taking their time. I believe, even though Microsoft really hasn't come out and said that, I believe they're probably doing the same thing, kind of waiting to see what PlayStation is doing. Like that whole Amazon shit, like that's their competition. I believe that's like future talk. But their media competition is PlayStation. They know that. They front end if they're coming out saying PlayStation is not their competition. They're 100% their competition. And Microsoft is gonna try and price their console accordingly. I feel like the current position that Microsoft in, they need to match whatever price PlayStation is doing. That's how I personally feel. Stronger or not, it needs to be the same price as the PlayStation 5. I think that's just a good look, because if you're $100 more and the power difference is not even that like mind blasting, like, you know what I mean? If we're talking about, I hate talking about the teraflop shit, but if we're talking about like the difference in 2 teraflops, or you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna market that really? So
that's easy to market though. They've done it already.
What are they gonna do?
Just say it's the strongest platform on console.
12 is greater than 10 or whatever.
But that hasn't really helped them, but it's also $100 more.
Yeah, that hasn't
really helped them.
It hasn't, but
that's what I'm saying.
You're talking about with Xbox One X, right? And
that didn't really happen. So them being $100
is kind of an L. A beginning of a generation versus a mid-gen. Like, if you're talking about at the beginning of a generation, something being the same price and stronger, like I think when we talked about PS4 versus Xbox One, it wasn't just that it was stronger; it was $100 cheaper.
It was cheaper and stronger. So that's
right. So
crazy.
I think with them having at least one of those on their side, with it being stronger but the same price, that's still something to go by. That's still something to hang your hat on.
I could say that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, if the Series X and the PS5 is the same price and the Xbox is stronger, that's a good look. If it's $100 more and stronger, we're getting to some territory where you're pricey, because the PlayStation is going to be $4. No, right? Because look, what is it? $599. That's $699 Canadian for a launch console. That's for a console. It's kind of pricey. You know what I mean? So,
you keep bringing up Canadian. Don't nobody care about.
But you gotta understand, Jay, man. There's other
there's other population when it comes to these game consoles.
There's other people in different territories where they have to match the price accordingly, dog. You know what I mean? But Drew, what do you think about this whole thing? About the PlayStation currently? It's $450 when they build it. That's what inside sources say. It's $450 when you build it. So, how do you feel about this whole situation and the $500 price point and shit?
I see PlayStation taking the loss just so that in the end they could win a generation again. Because that's all they got to do. But the thing is, I feel like either way they gonna win anyway. So
that's what I was just about to say, Drew. I don't think it matters.
Wait a minute, that's not exactly true. PlayStation 3 did come out at $600 or $500 or whatever. Those 2 little SKUs or whatever. Right. And even though they came back at the end, like if I'm PlayStation, right, and they want to win again, because they do have a lot more worldwide appeal than Microsoft.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you set it at 400, right? And when you set it at 400, you force Microsoft to set their shit at 400 or 500, or really, if they set it at 500, Microsoft done. They set it if Microsoft set their shit at 400, then we really got like some competition going on, and it got to be like that. Like sometimes you got to take the loss in the very beginning, and because they're gonna get their bread back. I think both
gotta spend money to make money.
Xbox got the stench on it though. That's the problem.
The stench.
Yeah, because I was watching
That's a
like
fact.
I don't know if it was a Digital Foundry video, and I have to agree with them. I think it was, and they were just saying that like these both Microsoft and Sony could actually take a hit on the console because right now the way gaming is, there's just so many avenues of making money through like services. You gotta pay to play online. He even brought up the point that more people are buying digital. This has been an ongoing conversation. This generation, a lot more people buying digital. In some cases, like some games, 60% digital. You know what I mean? So they get way more money. They get way more money when they make a digital sale like that. So there's a lot. These companies are making a lot more money in different ways this time. So maybe they could take a hit with the hardware itself and try to make up through other avenues and stuff like that.
You bring up a good point because PSN actually wasn't a requirement for online in the PS3 era. So when they launched PS4 at $400, they weren't receiving the residuals from like people paying for
that
PS
PSN.
Plus.
right.
PS Plus.
So now that they have so many of these active subscribers and shit like that, they probably could afford to take a loss if that's how they operate their business. If they, sometimes, hardware and digital and software and all that other stuff is different. So they don't want to dig into those pockets and take from there. But if that's what they want to do to, stay competitive or something like that, I think, it might be more viable this time around.
I want to read a comment from Jason LAIC. He says, what business wants to take a loss? Please tell me. But the thing in the video game industry, though, like, this is nothing. This is kind of common. Hardware, like I think there's companies that have taken losses on hardware.
PS4 was sold at a loss.
Like some consoles, some consoles have been sold at a loss
already.
already.
Been common. The fact is, a lot of companies don't want to do it anymore because now it's gone to the age of like, we just want to be a platform, so we don't have to make that hardware anymore. Spend the R&D, take a loss, and then get you into the ecosystem.
That's where
so
the
I
money
think
at.
what companies, right? So they're looking at it and they're looking like, okay, we just want to get you for that yearly subscription, that monthly subscription, and that's where we're going to make our money because now we don't have to worry about that stuff anymore and just put it all in the cloud. So like, as much as we hate it, we're going to go to that area at some point or another, and hardware is going to be very limited to what we're getting now. And so having them say like, take a loss, in an investor perspective, it's like, no, don't take a fucking loss. Make them pay $700, $600.
Hell no.
That's
You bugging.
Nah.
They did it before. It's $599.
And they got shot in
That's
the
where the PS3
foot.
came
They
from.
shot themselves in the
Look,
foot.
I
That's where they get the
understand.
second job meme came from. So when you look at it like that, but I think what they're going to do is they're either probably going to raise the price of online services, or they're going to try and entice you.
They can't get away with that.
Into that.
I think they're
You'd
going
be
to raise the
surprised.
price of games and controllers and the accessories in general next gen anyway.
Or they could do something like that, where they increase the price of other things on.
Yeah, we might have to blame the Switch for that, yo. The Joy-Cons
Yeah,
are
oh my
like
God.
the Joy-Cons cost more than a regular
$80?
DualShock.
It's nuts.
It costs more than a regular Xbox. So maybe PlayStation see what Nintendo is doing and how they're getting away with that. Look, hey, yo, our controller got some special features in it. $80
You said
now.
Joy-Cons cost more than a regular Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox controller.
It damn near cost more than regular Xbox.
One OG. I was like, God damn.
Mhm.
All right, let me read a comment from Silva Spy. Thanks for the super chat. He says, everyone thinks that Sony wants to undercut Microsoft, but I believe Microsoft is the one that wants to undercut Sony, and they can take a bigger loss. Can Microsoft take a bigger loss? Yes. Do I think that they want to? I don't believe it. I think that's why. That's why
their gaming division can't take a bigger loss.
You know why? Because that's why there's all this talks of their second console,
cheaper.
the Lockhart. Yeah. So
Lockhart,
maybe
yep.
that's why, that's coming. And
just to get you working.
I still don't understand their game plan and when they're gonna end up showing this console and this platform. Like, I don't know if they're gonna show it at E3 or they're gonna wait to launch the Series X, then show it the cheaper model later. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's their game plan, but I don't see. I don't think how I personally feel is both of these consoles are gonna end up being the same price. I think so.
I think they're going to be $4.99 both.
I think both of them are just going to be $4.99.
I think they should be.
I think it should be $3.99 to be completely honest with you.
Okay, what they should be and what they will be are very different.
Okay, I got a feeling they will be okay, and I think what they will be will be a 400.
I got a question for you.
400 they will be.
I'm sure. I'll say yes. I will jump out the window.
If we look at the math, right?
Who's gonna be 400? Who's gonna be 400?
Both of them. I think both of those will be 400.
I don't think so. Nah, you're bugging. You're bugging. Nah, I don't think so.
Not because what would Lockhart be then?
That X is way too strong to be 400.
Yeah.
Come on, B. But a lot of that shit they putting in there, it don't cost a lot of money. Like the little NVMe drives, I've seen different videos of people putting shit out.
Yeah, they buying them in
It
bulk.
don't cost as much money as y'all think it do. One,
and an NVMe isn't even that expensive, and it's not going to change the game as what people think it is.
It's beneficial over those fucking hard drives they got. But here's what I will say though. I'm gonna make sure I get my thought together. Like, okay, I saw a bunch of videos that like for the current like PS4 and Xbox One games, they reuse assets to make the games, and that's why they're so big, right?
It's a lot of it is also audio uncompressed.
Okay.
Or uncompressed FMV, which is also another big thing too.
Okay. All right. Now I'm not really sure about the audio, but it was the first point. The former, right? They won't have to have like a 1 terabyte hard drive in it necessarily because I don't think the games are going to be as big. Because they said the reason why the games were big, at least from what I was reading up on, is because they have to keep reusing assets, right? Or am I wrong about this? If I'm wrong, y'all let me know.
Something like that. Something like that.
That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is, like I said before, uncompressed audio, where audio like 50 gigs or even 45 gigs or even sometimes 30 gigs of actual hard drive space, because either they'll have voice acting audio that has to be uncompressed for those certain things so they don't lose. So they'll do it in like FLAC files, right? Or they'll do stuff like that, or they'll uncompress movie quality video so that way it doesn't look bad when they do an FMV cutscene. And a lot of that is just done that way. So they'll just leave it uncompressed because they're like, fuck it, fuck your hard drive. But I think what they'll do is they'll just split the game specifically. So like Call of Duty is doing right now, they split the campaign, they split the multiplayer, and you'll be installing and uninstalling those things specifically what you want to do. I think that's what they're going to be doing mostly, to be honest.
All right, Sarah M in the chat says, we're talking about console prices. What about game prices? I feel like game prices are going to stay the same, to be honest. That would be crazy if game prices went up, but like God,
they can't increase. You know why they can't increase? Because of shit like Game Pass and PS Now. Ain't nobody gonna pay more for a game when you give it on a service.
Yeah, if they jack up the price of games, I could see dumb services taking off even more. So now because people are gonna buy less games.
The one credit that I'll give Sony this generation is that the moment their first party titles come out, they're complete games. They're complete games. They're done. There isn't bullshit behind it. There isn't trash behind it. They're done fucking games. Here's the fucking game. Here's your $60 fucking dollars. That's it.
Cost over. Smoke with Spider-Man, but that DLC was trash anyway.
True, that was trash DLC for Spider-Man. That was garbage.
Multiplayer and shit like that.
No, I'm talking about single player campaign. I'm not talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean like Last of Us multiplayer is also garbage too because it's full of money.
Oh my shit. Yo, Jack, you good, son?
So, I mean, look. If I want to pay $5 for a shotgun and win the game, I can do that too, right? So
you could try. I bet you won't be.
You can do it.
Oh shit.
So, but when we're looking at like, so when I played God of War, I really enjoyed the fact that it's a complete product and a complete package for a complete price. Am I lying?
Yeah, God of War is a complete package. That's a fact.
Total package.
Sony's good at that.
Uncharted, complete game, complete package. Bloodborne, complete game, complete package, complete price. That makes sense. So I'll give them credit where credit is due on those things. What I'm looking at, though, is whether games will raise in price. Probably not. I think there will be too much of a backlash for that, especially when games are not complete or even working when they fucking release. So that doesn't make any sense. Unless they're giving us more for our money, I highly doubt it.
You know, the thing is, there's just so many ways of making money on us nowadays to justify that. Yeah, DLC, good point, Drew. Expansions, all that, microtransactions. Why raise the price of games? Y'all making enough money. So.
Yeah. PS5 also supposed to have a quote unquote lavish cooling system. So rest in peace to the jet engine PS4.
Thank God. Mine's PS5 actually unplugged and next to me on the wall. I haven't plugged that shit.
That's probably why that dev kit looked the way it do.
Yeah.
Shit look like a toilet seat. Go ahead.
Let me read this.
It do.
See that the nurse
You're gonna poop on it? You're gonna poop in it?
Hey man, I can't wait till that PS5 drop. I'm about
I'm
that
gonna get my Kentucky bourbon. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right, let me read the super chat
PS5
from
probably
Master
giving up the game.
Shake. What you say? Say that again, Drew.
I said once the PS5 come, I'm not PC gaming.
All right, get out of this
there you
podcast,
go.
dog.
There you
Get out
go.
this podcast, dog. Get out this podcast.
I knew I fucked with Drew for a reason.
You hustling backwards, dog. PlayStation games will be over there real soon. Dog.
Because once I seen, look, it's gonna be. Once I seen it's gonna be like pretty powerful, I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
You still getting 30 frames per second games though. I promise you that.
Yo, I'll take that than the buggy
take-
issues.
Oh man,
y'all go through more issues than a little bit on PC, don't y'all?
I promise you they do.
Shit, I went through with Resident Evil 5 yesterday. Then I just had to refund it after doing all this shit.
Yo, listen, and I know a lot of PC gamers, if they're here in the chat, will agree with me. The problems that come with PC gaming, the troubleshooting that you have to do in here and there, the shit that don't work, you know what I mean? The shit that you got to deal with from time to time when playing on PC gaming. It is well worth it for the return that you get for playing these
Indeed.
games at great frames per second, high ass resolution, great quality. You know what I mean? I know most PC gamers will agree with me in the chat. It's a nice trade off. I rather deal with some issues but when a game is fucking running, it's running beautifully.
I'd rather no. RE5,
Absolutely worth it.
Bro, I was doing the little benchmarks and the shit was jumping to 200 some odd frames. But guess what I had to do to get there? I had to go to the message board to see the top post being my game won't launch. This motherfucker, like it just won't launch. You gotta fucking go in and read, place all the files and all I had to do on PSN, download it, buy on PSN, download it, launch
Jack,
it.
when you're downloading on PSN, how long did it take you? A couple hours, so didn't it?
It took a long time, but my internet
exactly, bro. I'm playing on my PlayStation a little bit more as of recently. So I downloaded Tekken 7 on because I have PS Now. I subscribed to it to give it another go with shit. So I downloaded Tekken 7. Bro, when I tell you that shit took so fucking long to download.
Alex, top me off,
bro. When I download shit on PC, bro, when I tell you it's done in literally minutes, it's just done in minutes. Bro.
I agree with that. They gotta stop capping the download and upload speeds on PlayStation. I don't know why they do that, bro.
Jack, hold on.
They
You
went
want to
cheap
deal
on
with
them.
that next gen because you got different NVMe drives and all that. Now you're dealing with it because it's an old ass 5300 RPM hard drive, bro. It's going to take forever, bro. Like that was like the best thing I could have did when I went to PC gaming. Had a SATA drive. That shit was like, shoom. That shit was,
bro. We were playing the game all together. Just now in the Discord, we actually all bought fucking Sonic Transformed. We had like a whole fucking lobby going in there. And let me tell you, no, we're actually having a good time over there. Yeah, we're playing.
not you, Kofi. Not you.
Okay. You know what's fucking crazy? The loading screen to get into races, since like mans are on SSD, like there's just like little mini game, slot machine game that you do, right? We can't even fucking do it properly because the shit is just so fast, and I just love that. I wish console speeds get to that, and hopefully with these next gen consoles, seeing that they're gonna include SSDs and stuff like that. Hopefully they are that. Hopefully it is that fast, because that shit is. I need consoles to be like that,
faster
bro.
loading speed, better graphics, you want higher frame rates, come on down to me,
This
my
nigga
man.
think he should my ear. Like you at the Source Award.
If you don't want people coming up in your shit, hanging out in your music videos, dropping beats where they shouldn't be dropping them, dancing in there, come on down to Death Row, motherfucker.
Come on,
Death Row
Master
Records,
Race.
where we see 144 FPS all day, every day. Okay,
Like it's nothing.
y'all saw the fucking bottle I brought in. I'm drinking.
Getting saucy. All right, did I read?
I ain't got no
I don't
love
think
for
I read
PC
Master
gaming.
Shit.
I just wish PlayStation had free online. Damn, man.
Yo, that's a wrap for y'all niggas. That's a wrap for y'all niggas. That's a wrap. I'm keeping it real with you. I think that's a wrap for y'all, man. I think that's a pipe dream at
over.
this point. You know what I mean?
Over.
It's over, man, for that. shit.
PlayStation said we got a system for you for that PS3.
PS3. All right, let me read the super chat from Master Shake, man. He says, I don't want arrogant Sony who thinks they're above Microsoft. I want grimy, petty, full on Microsoft's next Sony. That's how we got the best version of them.
I think that's how we got. That's what we got. Like a lot of good marketing. That's how we got a lot of like games that people like to play, or games that like attract people in a larger sense. What I want is Sony to go back into its old catalog and like bring back a lot of old games that people were really big fans of. Like I want Legend of fucking Dragoon remade, motherfuckers. Bring that shit to me. Go on and get Parasite Eve from Square Enix. Buy that shit. Remake that shit. Okay? Fucking come back and do what you got to do. Get SOCOM back. Get back in the multiplayer game. Stop fucking around.
They definitely need to do that one.
No, I think it's gonna be a good generation going. Like even like some people are saying this is the worst generation. I really don't feel like that. We played a lot of amazing games.
I mean, if you compare it, though, I'm a big, I like the cap for this generation too. But when you get to actually comparing, and then especially the shit we've been dealing with the last 2 years,
you know what I would say. You know what I would say. Microsoft definitely this generation had the worst output. Besides the Forza Horizon games, I feel like that was like their best work. Besides like Cuphead and Ori. Besides that, I feel like it's been like what 6 years now. We're going in like 6, 7. Who knows? But like since this shit launched, but like I feel like their output is 100% been the weakest. I feel like last generation their output of games were better. When it comes to PlayStation, I feel like their output this generation was actually very good, man. When it comes to like their first party games, their output was very good, man.
But if we talking about overall, including like third party, this gen
because if you go back to like previous PlayStation generations, a lot of third party games were like. That PlayStation had exclusive were like really the ones that are keeping it up like heat though. If you really think about it, a lot of their best games were third party.
Was actually better. They were better.
First party.
Really? You think
first
so?
Party yeah, first party was better.
First party.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah.
I gotta think. All right,
okay.
Hustle.
I had like 30 seconds of y'all time. And
Hustle, go ahead.
This is not the worst game. This is not the worst gen. These are just the PlayStation games that I got. God of War. Make sure
yeah, mid.
God of War 3 better. Go ahead.
Spider-Man. Shut up, man.
Let's see that. Okay.
Uncharted. This
hold on, we need some gunshot. We need some gunshot.
A lot of mid.
We got some gunshot.
That boy got fire over there.
A lot of mid.
We got Tetris Effect.
I need to get that.
It's on the
I need to get that.
Can y'all please stop playing? This was not the worst generation ever, and I don't even respect who's saying that. I got to relax.
I don't agree.
I think overall though, if we talking about overall, like some of the shit these other devs been doing.
So
bro,
Jack,
like,
so when you say something like that, what's a better generation?
Okay, I want to hear that.
I'm gonna say this is a better generation than like seeing that I'm gonna get crucified for this, but like earlier, like NES and all that, I don't fuck with it, yo. I don't.
Ooh, Jack.
And I started with the NES. I started with the NES.
You
I don't
fucking up.
like 8-bit. I don't like 8-bit games. Like,
You fucking up real bad.
I mean, Super Nintendo had more classics.
So here's the thing.
Super Nintendo's
I think the best generation was the SNES PS1 generation. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me personally. And then when you think of just the 90s in general, that every single company had fucking banger ass games in the 90s. You can't beat that.
Yeah, the good old days.
Now that is I think that is the pinnacle of gaming is the 90s.
We're never gonna get that again, though. That's
We're never gonna get that again because literally every single company had fucking bangers. Period. Right? PC had bangers, Nintendo had bangers, Sony had bangers, Sega had fucking bangers. Everybody had fucking banger ass games. When we look at this generation, when you say, okay, it's the worst, I highly doubt that. I honestly think the 360 PS3 era was the worst.
You lost your mind.
All right, hold up. I want to hear from J-Main first. Then I want to hear from Drew next. J-Main, why do you believe this generation was worse than last generation? I actually got to hear this. I'm curious.
So for me, I didn't experience 360, but I understood what 360 meant to the fucking gaming landscape last generation with multiplayer, with Gears, with Halo. But for me, just PS3 alone better than PS4 this generation for games like God of War 3, which is the best God of War game.
Agreed.
Uncharted 2, which is the best Uncharted game, and it had multiplayer that was better than Uncharted 4. Last of Us, don't forget, came out last generation. Y'all sleep. That was the first party game.
Right there.
Last of Us. Y'all gonna crucify me for this because y'all hating. Resistance 2, Resistance 3.
All right, get that fucking
fire.
Killzone
2, Killzone 3, critically acclaimed games. Little Big Planet 1 and Little Big Planet 2. Fire.
You was doing good, bro.
Infamous 2. Fire.
Yo,
Fire. Listen.
Yo, Jack,
That's
he's
first party games.
Yo,
right
he
there.
started off so strong, yo.
I know.
He
You
started off so.
should no, you should eliminate the 4.
Yo, you started off so strong.
Eliminate the 4, dog.
So J-Man, what if I told you? Remember, that was also the generation that we had. What the fuck was it? Not the season pass. I'm not fucking blanking out on what it is.
Oh, you
Online
talking about
pass.
the online pass?
The online passes.
pass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We
PS3
had
was doing
massive
that shit.
DLC. We had to pay for online games. We had online servers not working. Xbox still only had Halo, Gears, and Forza.
But those were the
But-
best
but-
multiplayer
but
games
I-
out last
yo,
generation.
No, hold up,
Yo,
Alex.
What are you talking about?
Gears 1 and Gears 2 came out. That was that was
yeah,
come on.
you're
I'm
right,
just
Alex.
saying.
You're right, Alex. But those games were actually good at them
Yeah, they
times.
was-
though.
they was
They're,
good.
they're in their prime at
Call
them
of Duty
times.
was in the best
They're in their
stage
prime.
it's ever been in. Call of Duty was
Come on, man.
fire
Halo-
last generation.
Go this
BioShock? Ooh.
Halo 2.
BioShock. Ooh.
Hold on. Halo 2 is better than Halo 3. Let's be real.
Okay, but Halo 3
I think
was
that's
still
debatable.
fire,
I think
though.
that's debatable, Alex. To be honest, that's debatable. That's debatable. That's
we can
not.
have that argument.
That's a
we
good.
can have that argument another day.
Yeah, that's debatable.
But I think the garbage surrounding last gen is far greater than what we had in just terms of games. If you look at at everything holistically, last gen had some great games like Mass
Mass
Effect,
Effect?
like
Oh
that.
my
Great.
god.
Metal Gear Solid 4, fire.
But there was also a lot of garbage
That's when it
surrounding
started to
that.
take a turn towards the fuckery we dealing with now.
I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't know. I think I kind of like this generation more than last generation. If I personally
Multiplayer
to rank
alone,
it.
Kofi. Multiplayer
If you talking about multiplayer, you gotta give it the
alone
last
It's
gen.
fucking
Yeah,
trash. Fortnite is
Yeah,
your king. Versus
multi.
what?
If we're saying
gotta give it the last
multiplayer,
gen
yeah,
for
we're saying multiplayer, but there's a whole bunch of other games that came out. Like
Def-
last gen
Def-
wasn't a bad. I'm not saying it, but this gen is not bad either. I don't really
But the
subscribe
thing
to that
is,
thing
like,
that
here's
this
what
game
we
was
do.
the
Guess
worst
what?
generation.
GTA 5 2 is last generation
But
too.
think
Red,
about it
Red,
like
Red
this.
Dead Redemption was better than Red Dead 2. I don't know, man.
Let's think about it like this, right? We're saying that a specific gen was bad, when in reality, right, we really had good gens across the board.
Yeah,
So we're basically saying what is A tier, what is B tier, and what is S tier. None of them were like incredibly terrible or like nothing fucking
We had amazing
happened.
games in these
Did
generations.
I freeze up?
No, we hear
No,
you.
you good.
Two.
We hear you, Alex.
He did for you.
Now he did freeze
What
up.
the hell?
What the fuck?
Time.
What's
Alright,
that?
you good? You good now? You good?
Yeah, you
How you
good.
freeze before you? What the
Ooh,
fuck?
you hear me?
Yo,
You good.
Oh, he was fucking with us, man. This shit crazy.
All right, sir.
Oh, yeah, you guys.
yo. So, all right. So, Drew, yo, what's your take? What's your take on all of this about this whole generation thing?
Well,
About
on
this being
this
the
generation?
worst, but this
Okay, I'm
worst
back.
generation.
This is the worst generation because let me tell you how I know it is, right? There was a point this generation where I didn't even want a game. Like I just was like tired of garbage coming out. Like, I was
Never
just
felt
tired
like
of it.
that last gen.
How many?
And last gen, I wanted the game all the time. Like,
Drew,
all
Drew.
the
How many
time.
consoles?
Well, how old? How have you? How,
Yeah,
like, how much-
maybe you got older. You know what I mean? You got a wifey
Yeah, he was a
now.
young son.
You're a young butt. And I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
no,
maybe.
but like,
How about life just
how
happened?
much have you like? Remember, last gen was 10 years,
Yeah.
Yeah, you imagine mad young
man,
last
I-
generation.
so it was a long time. So
Last gen
Well,
wasn't
you know
10
what?
years.
You know what, Alex?
It's
You
like,
might
yeah.
be right. Maturity definitely
7.
probably played a part.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
we all don't like. I had more time to play video games last generation. That's just a fact. People think I beat a lot of games now, but last generation I had a lot more time to play video games. Last
I was a
generation.
fucking-
If
And you still think this gen is better?
You was in middle school last generation?
he was in middle school
No.
last gen,
I was in
Yeah,
No,
'cause-
Drew was.
no. How old is Drew?
No,
you're a
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
You're a baby.
How old is
Well,
Drew?
I was like middle,
Yeah.
middle school, high school.
2005.
Yo,
So
Drew,
baby,
Drew, how old are you,
So
Drew?
baby.
25.
You
So I'm like, what?
Oh, you're a kid.
bro.
Kofi, you was
He's
in
a-
middle school too.
No,
What you talking about?
I'm only a year older than him. I'm only a year
But
older.
2005 started last generation.
Yeah.
That's
Jack, are we the oldest ones here besides
Yeah,
the
I was
hustle?
in 8th grade in
I was-
2005.
I was a senior in high school before the PS3 was about to launch, bro.
Same.
That's
Right.
crazy. Y'all, man.
Oh, motherfuckers, man.
You guys are
My
kids.
birthday, I was like 14.
Y'all, hey,
Yeah,
LRP
yeah,
cards
yeah.
coming in the
So
trying
mail.
to
y'all
get my
didn't
ARP
even.
card.
So like, you guys were like, you could have started gaming at the 16-bit era,
My first platform was a Sega Genesis. That's the first console I laid.
right? So your 16-bit era should have been
Yeah.
your first console.
Yeah, Sega
Yeah,
Genesis was the
I'm a
first
3D
console.
gamer. I'm not gonna hold.
Nintendo
3D
64
gamer.
was my first one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what? There are some bangers on that console.
That's yeah, consoles. That's
Yo, I'm
There are
telling
some
you, that's
bangers on
64
that
is fire.
console.
Me, 64 is S tier because that was my first console. Man, I love Mario 64.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
it was so
hold
much- it
on,
was
hold
so
on.
much great
Wait a
games.
minute. Wait, okay, so
That's S tier.
if you like RPGs, then I think the PS1 is fucking S tier. If you want platformers, then I'm gonna say the N64 is S tier. But I think they're both A tier consoles.
Yeah,
Comparative
indeed.
to like Sega Genesis and SNES, woof, you can't touch those.
You know, Alex, you're forgetting one of the most important parts about the Nintendo 64. They had the better wrestling games than the PlayStation.
Oh,
Oh my
absolutely.
God! That's
Absolutely.
2000.
Most. It's
No
not.
mercy, Jack. What you know about that?
Fire. You don't want no smoke with me in those.
Yo, that shit was heat,
Listen,
bro.
listen,
Yo.
listen,
Drew was
hustle,
one of them
listen,
kids that used to
hustle.
take his
If
shirt
we-
off while
bring it
playing
up,
wrestling.
hold on,
If
hold on.
we ever,
Just you bringing up WrestleMania, just you bringing up WCW NWO Revenge. I'm like,
Oh my God, heat.
yo,
right now.
listen,
too
if
much
we
to go.
ever meet up, I'm bringing my 64 and I'm
Oh,
getting
Kofi, you're gonna
in.
get your ass pushed.
I'm
What are you
getting-
talking about?
I'm
like
getting
in that game,
in-
though, Kofi.
I'm getting it in all y'all cheeks. And word on my life, I will fuck all y'all up in revenge. On my
You are
life, I'll fuck
fucking
all y'all up in
Kofi a
revenge.
cheeser, though,
I'll
man.
fuck all y'all up in revenge. Glacier, if I use Glacier or Sting, this is done.
Yo,
Y'all
wait,
done.
man, I'm
you're gonna
y'all
get your
done.
fucking
I get
Y'all
Sting.
Yo,
done.
listen,
get
I'm
Sting.
gonna
Y'all
get
done.
that brown sugar booty cheek.
I play this game. I still play Revenge today. This is not like no
about
cap.
to get like,
I still
did
play.
good.
I
My
still
boy.
play Revenge. Like I play Revenge still. Like when my brother comes out, we still play this game. I will
Yo,
watch
you're
y'all
gonna
niggas
get,
that.
you're gonna get. Listen, I'm gonna get that brown so deep you don't even know, my boy. I'm gonna fill you with cream, my buddy.
Whoa, we at?
This is how it's gonna be.
WrestleMania 2000 is GOAT.
It is.
Facts, the
That's
game is
GOAT.
heat. I played
That was
that.
like
Although
the
I
first
do
time.
like somebody in the chat
Entrances, all
that
shit
said
was heat,
SmackDown
man.
1 and 2 on the PS1. I did like those games too. I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna
like.
No, I didn't like those. I didn't like
They
those.
were a
I
little
don't
faster.
like
They were a
those.
little faster.
They didn't get good until like,
SmackDown versus
Taken
Raw on PS2
Pain.
though.
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
Here comes the pain. I thought that was heat. You could fight outside and with the snow.
Know your role?
That was heat. Yeah, know your role. Oh,
Yeah.
Those was heat.
that was heat, man. That should bring back memories.
And I wasn't a PlayStation dude back
Dude,
then.
those that's why I emulate games. That's why I fucking love emulation because it's so good. You go back and you're like, this gaming was fucking good, man. Like,
It was
super
fuck,
dope.
bro.
Because if like for real, if you loved like the WCW WrestleMania game PlayStation, you know you could have just got like Def Jam Fight for New York.
Yes.
That was
That's
heat.
classic.
That was heat.
Yes.
That game's
That's
It
my
was
classic.
shit right
huge.
there, dog.
That's classic.
Def
That's
Jam
classic.
fight for New York.
Def
That's
Jam
when my
fight.
local reign started.
Oh,
PS2,
dude.
bro.
Hey, I'm
NBA
trying to get
Street, all that
Nigga,
shit.
Fat Joe was fucking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That Joe was a beast in that
That's
shit.
crazy.
He's fucking
Fight
annoying.
DMX. Oh my god! I think he had a heroin upgrade or something. That's
Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes.
nigga didn't stay down. Like god damn, bro.
That game used to have me throwing my controller, bro. That shit was
Oh,
Yeah, the heroin.
This shit is crazy, dog.
Joy was crazy.
But think about it like this.
Man,
So hold on. So let's think about it like this, right? Look at how we're talking about these games and this past and these generations that grew up with and that were really so impactful in the games we like today. Do we really talk about games today like we do?
But we have to give it
back then.
time. That's
Only
not
if
fair.
you-
That's
only if
wait.
you-
Let me
That's
say
not
something. Let me
Well,
say. Let me say something real quick.
Nostalgia
Alex,
is a factor.
That's
I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
not fair because
It's
I'm pretty
not.
sure 10 years from now we're gonna look back and look at our case of Bloodborne, sitting there, Persona, and be like, "Yo, that was one fucking fantastic game." Thinking about
Okay,
the
but-
music and all.
But
I'm looking at
we're looking
Bloodborne
at,
like
but
that
we're
now.
looking
I
at
look at
we're
it
looking
like
at 1 or 2 games specific.
It's
There's a couple of them. I think Breath of the Wild is gonna. I think Breath of the Wild is gonna be look like that as well.
But then what we're looking at,
I think
too,
Mario
is,
Kart 8
do you-
is gonna be look
do
like
you
that in-
Think,
you
do
know
you
what I
think the reverence of these games right now and nostalgia being a factor? I'm not gonna lie, nostalgia is a factor. But there's something about those older games. I think there's more of like a purity, not a purity.
Hey, we
You
was
know-
younger.
They were
too.
complete games.
Yeah, sometimes you can.
True.
You know what it
But-
is,
but-
Alex?
but
you
tell
could
me.
tell. You could tell that like some of these games that, like you could just tell that a game. Some of these games were created out of love. Like it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Like they're like a
It's-
real
it's-
like passion kind of project.
It's-
Like you
it's
feel
almost
it. Like
like-
you kind of feel it when you play the game. Like the quality.
If
and the
I
type of game
compare
you
it
play.
to food, and I don't mean to cut you off, it's almost like when your grandmother cooks you something, when you go to a restaurant to get something.
yeah, it's like a love. Like it's love behind some of
Like
these
the
games.
older
that they're
games
created,
is
bro.
like grandma making you food, and you're like, fucking yeah.
Because some you
But
can
even
tell.
though
Back then, no, it was different.
Yeah,
But you-
because there's games now like there's game like the bleeding edges now. Like you can tell, like certain games are kind of developed to kind of. It's like cloud chasing. Like developers will be cloud chasing now. You know what I mean? Like, they create certain games just to catch a certain buzz on purpose. Like we don't know what they're doing. They're following this certain template, this battle royale template. Like I don't know if that's coming out of a place of real love for it. Like you could tell, like
it feels like it's coming out of like a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
right?
you know, like when Halo 1 was created, you could tell like that shit was like some love shit, bro. Because that game was like to the Easter eggs and just the quality of that game at the time, like it was just something special. That's why it's so big and it turned into such a big thing. Versus when you play Halo today, it kind of feels like niggas are just going into work. It feels like niggas are going to work and they're just working on it. You know what I mean? But you play Halo back then, Halo Combat evolved into like you could tell it's like some real passion shit. Like some real passion shit.
I think the problem now is that all these developers are trying to be followers.
Yeah, I mean that started heavy in last gen.
It's a lot of follow botsies going on. It's like a lot of
over.
That shit not gonna get greenlit if they don't though.
I think it's just perfect. I think it's cloud chasing. Like developers be cloud chasing too now. It's just what it is. You know.
But then again, like 15, 20 years ago, you wasn't beating the game and then hopping on social media and either praising it or shitting on it or like it's just a different time. And we way more cynical back now than we was back then. Like I'm way more critical of games now.
But hold on, but collectively, all of us in here got like at least over 15 years of experience, so we know when shit good and when it ain't good. So like, of course, we're critical.
We also have very varied tastes, right? Like my tastes are not J-Main's tastes, are not Drew's tastes, are not Kofi's tastes. So like, you can't like. I think what's nice about us is that we all look at different things. Even you, Hustle, and you, Drew, you guys look at things differently. And I think the fact that we can talk about what's different and what each game has in terms of what we like, I think is super important, because when you're looking at someone like, oh, I don't agree with their opinion, that's fine. You don't have to agree. But when you look at it from like, I can see where they're coming from, boom, there you go. That's different, right? Like Jack likes more story-driven games.
I'm with Jack on this one, man. I see.
You're the same way.
All hell Jack at this point. All hell opponent coming.
There you go.
I agree with Alex on God of War.
So yes, Drew agrees with me on God of War. People look at me and they go, okay, if Alex likes something, that means that there is a mechanic or a loop that constantly feeds you consistently. So it's like looking for something like that. Kofi is going to look for a lot of different things too. Like Kofi's going to look for if the game even fucking runs good. He's going to tell you. Right? Kofi's like, yo, I have a 2080 Ti, I've got an i9, and this shit runs like garbage. Don't fucking buy it. You know, like he's like that. So everybody's so different on what they look for, and I think just the fact that we can talk about it is so perfect. I'm gonna keep drinking bourbon. So who wants some? Who wants some to talk about?
All right, yo. So
look how big this thing is. It's huge. It's bigger than my head. Look at that.
Damn,
that's crazy.
That's big.
Well, let's move on to some of the other topics that I wanted to discuss on the podcast. The podcast is named Pullout. And let's talk about why, man. It's about PlayStation. We're going to be discussing PlayStation a lot this podcast, man.
I'm not good at pulling out that.
So, Jack, man.
What's good?
You know, we were really excited. I don't know about you. I was excited at least to know that Last of Us gameplay was going to be shown at PAX, right?
Absolutely.
Probably a brand new demo that we haven't seen. We're going to get new footage, and that's always welcome. The game has been delayed maybe once or twice now. It's coming out May, so we're starving for information about The Last of Us. A lot of us cannot wait for the game. So hearing that, you know, they're going to have a booth and a playable demo at PAX, we all were excited. Even I was excited to see it. But Sony has pulled out of PAX due to the coronavirus. Also, they have come out and said that they are pulling out of GDC as well. They will not be attending GDC also due to the coronavirus. They do not want to put their employees at risk. So how do you guys feel about the situation? There's already people making up conspiracies saying that Sony doesn't have anything to show, this, that. How do you guys feel about this?
PS5 is going to release in quarantine boxes. I'm telling you.
How do y'all
feel about this shit?
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Okay.
To be honest, though, if it was a concern, I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner, because the case actually of Corona being in Boston came out earlier this month. So when they Yeah, it was like February, early February. So when they announced that they were going to be at PAX, it was well after we already knew that there was a case of corona in Boston. So I'm surprised they did that and then came back and said, you know what, let's pull out. But I'd rather say rather safe than sorry. They're clearly not the only one pulling out. As you see, Facebook pulled out at GDC. I think Oculus said that they weren't going to be doing anything in person. They were going to have
online event. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't think this has anything really to do with PS5 though, because PAX we weren't going to get any PS5 information. That was really about The Last of Us, which I think would have been a demo that we already saw, just maybe from a different people playing. I think it would have been that demo that they had that we saw last time. I think just more polished. And with GDC, you might have gotten something from that. I know sometimes people say like GDC, you get spec leaks and stuff like that, because at that point they usually have the specs confirmed because they got to start shipping units and get ready to ship units and stuff by that time. So you might have gotten something there. Still not concerned. PS5 announcement could really be a closed event that they do and they talk about it and boom, there you have it. What I am concerned about though is that if this coronavirus is getting to be something that's more and more widespread, and we already know what it's doing in China, that's where these systems are manufactured. And
that's what's scary.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if PS5 got delayed.
Or there's shortages, right? I could see there like
because of this
big shortages for next gen consoles in general. People got to understand that Microsoft consoles, their consoles are being made in China as well. You know what I mean? All of them should be made at China as well.
I think.
So
we'll manufacture them.
So if this shit gets worse, if there's no vaccine created to sort this issue out in time, and I heard it's a real issue in factories in China, like this is a real problem over there. So you never know. It's either that this could be like some real shortages of the PlayStation 5 and next generation consoles in general that, you know, it'd be hard to get your hands on one, or like it can be delayed until another time. That's like the worst case scenario I'm thinking about. Yeah, Jack, what do you think about this? Yo, you're really not feeling PlayStation's energy in the rollout they've been doing. You know, you've been pretty vocal about that. You know, how you feel about this?
Before you let Jack go, Jack, my bad for cutting you. I have a quote from a top Sony employee. He works as a janitor, 12-time employee.
Dark Cloud.
He wanted me to read this verbatim. So I told my man, I got you. You know what I mean? You do a great job tidying up offices and stuff like that. So I got you.
Yo,
he said,
shout out to Dark Cloud, man.
I'll read this in quotes. I hope you make sure to bring up why we pulled out. And the fact that most people don't know that Sony doesn't outsource third party for those events. All events are direct in-house Sony employees. So as a company, we don't want to affect anyone's livelihood or our families. So Sony is about the employees. But yes, thank you, Dark Cloud, for that insight.
J-Man,
what you do over at the Sony office.
J-Man, you see, he said we. Like he's even including himself in that shit. Damn, man.
But here's the thing.
Damn, man. Cleaning the floors as Sony considers you we now? That's crazy.
He on payroll.
Yeah, on payroll.
12 times.
We fucking around, Dark Cloud, man. We love you, guys.
Dark Cloud knows some of my real life friends, and Dark Cloud doesn't pull out either. So that's all.
Know what I'm saying? This man got 6 kids. He talking about pulling out. Hold on.
That's why, low key. That's why you pull up to this podcast. So you seen the title "Pullout Game." He's like, nah, I gotta hear what these guys are talking about. I need some advice. Yo, that nigga got like 7 kids, dog. Lord have mercy, bro. Shout out to Dark Cloud.
Shout out to Cloud. But
if you haven't subscribed to Dark Cloud, please do so. He get some of that AdSense money to.
Subscribe to Dark Cloud because he's the overall good dude, man. I've been following him on YouTube for a very long time. He was the second black YouTuber that I found, man. It's important that he knows that, by the way. But there's one thing y'all didn't mention about this whole coronavirus and Sony pulling out. It doesn't just affect Sony, Microsoft. It affects everything that comes out of China. So like Nvidia, AMD, obviously, right? Definitely. But like all this shit, it's finna get real.
Everything
scary.
made in China, bro. What's not made in China, dog? Everything made in China.
Bro,
it's gonna get real wild, and hopefully this sort of like stops and we figure it out, and it sort of like dies down, and people don't get hurt or affected and things like that. And to be honest, I've seen people Twitter, of course, because Twitter is fucking garbage. People will be like, "Oh fucking Sony just doesn't fucking have anything. Fucking what you gonna show Sony?" And it's like motherfucker. 2,000 people have fucking died. It's a real fucking thing. It's being suppressed by. I'm gonna get political. It's being suppressed by a communistic government, and that's fucking bullshit. And so, how about we stop with the fucking video game, fucking bullshit, fighting over a console, and just be like, okay, yeah, it's a real fucking thing. Let's relax a little bit and just sort of like, hopefully things get better for people and their lives first. Fucking fanboy piece of shit.
Yeah. Like, you know, in the end of the day, we all love video games here. It's our thing that, you know, we love to do. We love to play. But at the end of the day, man, you know, health is everything. And if there's a real cause for concern with this coronavirus and, you know, being in public places right now and just with large groups of people must be just, you know, scary itself with all this shit going around. So if it's for health reasons, I could definitely understand, because this shit's not worth, you know, people losing their lives over or anything like that, dog. Like, we can wait, you know, we can wait.
Could you imagine, like, if, like, they never mind. I don't know.
Go ahead and say it.
I was gonna say, like, what would happen though if like something does happen at PAX and somebody got sick?
That's fucked up. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Terrible.
There's a lot of people there.
Shit like that.
And I already heard that, like, them type of conventions that, like, people be like getting sick just from normal shit.
It's called con crud.
You know,
regular colds.
Just regular shit, bro. So
yeah.
So yeah. Well, this is actually a great segue. I think it's kind of related a little bit. Ninja was in headlines. You know, our favorite, funny-looking blue hair.
Our favorite streamer.
You know, who's
why does he have blue fucking hair?
You know what I mean? Our favorite.
That's his signature at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
I need more bourbon.
He got a little smoke. You know, people were coming at him for some comments that he said.
Damn.
It's a big knob.
Yeah, that's big. Pause. So pretty much Ninja said the phrase, "It's just a game."
Big.
All right, hold on. Let me read this. He says, the phrase, "It's just a game," is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened, losing, imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you have lost twice. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. And
I like that.
And people were kind of getting at him and about this comment that he made. I just want to talk about, you know, what you guys think about, you know, the term "it's just a game," and you guys kind of live by that rule. Like, it's just a game.
Can I go first?
Hustle, you excited? So go first.
Please go first.
Go first.
I 100% stand with Ninja on this one, dog. That's the problem with you young soft motherfuckers in the first goddamn place. Look,
talk to him.
Yes,
talk
it
to him.
is
Speak to
quote
him.
unquote just a game. But listen, I be feeling fucked up if I play Gears 5 and I'm at the bottom of the scoreboard and we win. Like, that's the problem with y'all young niggas. Y'all don't know how to compete for nothing. Y'all losers, y'all born losers, y'all gonna die losers. Me, I'm a winner. Everything I do is successful. Everything that I do is successful. Just know that, man. Like, if you don't got the mentality, stay the fuck from around me. I will hit the Heisman on that hole all day long, yeah?
All right, yo. You know what? I think Hustle's not gonna fuck with me with this topic, yo. I don't think Hustle's gonna, because of my point of view. I was actually gonna make a video about this, but I felt like, you know, I should just save it for the podcast. Like, listen. This is how I feel about the whole phrase, "it's just a game" type of shit. And I might go on a little bit of a rant, so follow me here.
Go on ahead. I'll stay
Go
quiet.
on a little bit of a
You
rant
go. I'll stay quiet. You go.
All right. The thing is, if I was a professional esports player, if I was getting paid for playing video games, if that's like my source of income, and I gotta be the best. I gotta be the best so I can win. This is my livelihood. I kind of understand it's kind of more than just a game for someone like Ninja, right? It's a profession. This is what he does. He gets paid because he's a great Fortnite player, so he has to be the best at what he does. But for someone like me, to keep it real with you, it is just a game for someone like me. But listen to me. Of course, no one likes losing, and losing can be frustrating. But me, I'm not the type of person that is gonna end up breaking my monitor, smashing my keyboard, cussing people out, sending messages and do all of that type of shit just because I fucking lost in the game. Of course, if you lose, the more you play, the better you get. But you gotta understand that, like, niggas got real shit going on in their lives. Like, in the end of the day, I turn off this fucking game. I got real things to think about, you know, in terms of my job, you know, progressing in my life. This fucking nigga's sick. That,
Kofi.
you know, like, the whole thing about...
No, Hustle, let him go.
The whole thing about this is that, fuck, I kind of lost my point. What were you trying to say, Hustle? Go ahead, finish up.
No. Look, it's not that people don't got real shit going on in their life like that. I would never put this over my actual real life. I'm just saying that when I'm putting myself out there, like being here, being whatever, I'm gonna always put my best foot forward. Like,
I understand trying to be the best at like what you're doing playing video games, but at the end of this shit, like, I could just turn this shit off, then it's just whatever. That's the problem with the gaming community as it is. That's the problem. That's why the BG won't play me in Dragon Ball Fighters, or he refuses to fucking buy the game. You know why?
Right.
Because, let me finish. There's this whole mentality here in the gaming community that they're so afraid to lose in a video game that they won't even touch the video game. There's a lot of this going on. It's not only BG.
You played me in Counter-Strike, did you not?
Yeah, I played it and I lost. And it's fine with me. Did I live? I lived. You gave me the L, whatever. I don't play Counter-Strike. Then at the end of the day, some people play video games for entertainment, to have a good time, to enjoy with their friends. I have a good time. That's why I could sit there in the lobby and play with someone who's way better than me in fighting games. One night, way better than me in fighting games. But I could sit there and get my ass handed to win a match here and there and improve my game by playing someone who's leagues better than me in that game and try to get better playing and then constantly losing. There's people in this gaming community, when they catch an L, they don't want to play, or they avoid certain games that they know they will catch an L in. And I never understood that because they take it to that far, I don't understand that mindset, really. You know what I mean? That's one thing I don't understand.
If you don't mind me just jumping in real quick about all this.
Go ahead.
So the way human beings actually learn, I'm going to get real deep. Okay. The way we learn as human beings is through games. That's how we learn. We either learn to communicate, we learn different mechanical skills, we learn skills in general. And even in gaming, we learn how to communicate with each other through verbal communication, physical communication. So games, not just video games, but all games in general, help us learn not only to communicate, but also grow and learn different things and different ways to think. So when you lose in a video game, the idea is to understand not just why you lost, but also understand how you can improve yourself throughout that time frame.
Of course.
So when you're doing that, right, if you take it as just a game, you are accepting the fact that you are not willing to improve yourself in any stance of the word. So the idea is, oh, it's just a game. So you're letting go of the fact that
you took it out or you lost.
Correct. So you're not letting it sink in of like, okay, I lost. How can I then better myself to then not lose or get better in specific aspects of
Alex,
my life?
I'm not even really talking about that.
But the thing is, like, the whole idea of like getting angry, I don't think getting angry is the right term. I think it's just more of like, how can I be retrospective and look back at the mistakes I made in losing in this specific point or losing in this game to be better.
Yeah,
but of course. I think
that was what Ninja's point was.
Okay, if that's his point, then
he brought it up, like the whole competitive aspect of it.
Right.
You're not sitting there like, oh, okay, game. No, how did I fuck? How can I be better next time?
I definitely do understand, or I wouldn't spend time in training mode trying to get better in certain games and practice.
Because honestly, you, Kofi, are the perfect example of that, because you consistently fight one night in fighting games, even though you know he's better than you. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So you know you're going to lose, but every time you face him, you learn something.
I've improved since I've been playing with him. I've
consistently,
improved.
And then just like I play Counter-Strike, I constantly face people who are above me in rank. So the idea is, am I frozen again?
Well, you're moving on us.
Nah, you're good.
You good? You hear us?
Yeah, Alex.
I don't think he can hear us.
Hello.
I don't know what's going on with Discord right now. The server's moving spooky. Let me try to change the region and see if it fixes the issue. Yo.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it just keeps switching servers. That's why.
Yeah, switch the server.
So sorry. So the idea is that if you're winning all the time, that's a
What? Go ahead.
What happened?
okay. Sorry, I thought I froze.
No, you're good. You're good.
I thought I froze.
We're listening.
If you're winning, if you're beating people all the time, then you're not good. You're an imbecile because you're not growing. You're not learning. If you're losing all the time, then you're also an imbecile because you're not growing. You're not learning. You have to be in the middle, where you have to face people that are constantly pushing you to be better, but also able to be a little bit better than you every time.
You know
So you're
what?
better-
Thank you, Alex.
Maybe I read the tweet and took it in a different way. And
Yeah,
maybe that's
you
why
read it
some
as
people,
like an epic because he used the word anger and angry. That's the problem.
Yeah. You know,
The problem
maybe
is
I read the tweet maybe in a different way, and maybe that's why there's some backlash of people kind of
Agreed.
because we all read the same thing, but we all interpret it differently. But I'm just saying, like some people, like it isn't that serious that I can lose in the game. I'm okay. I can lose in the game, and obviously I want to improve and get better. But you know what I mean? I'm not. Like I said, like perfect example. I gave you niggas don't want to play games because they're scared of losing too. And that what's up with that
Also,
shit?
Unforgiven is in the chat and he says that's why nobody wants to play Quake with me. It's because it's not fair.
Yeah.
Because we don't learn anything with you, Unforgiven. We just get our asses pushed in.
You know what I mean?
But Kofi, I wanted to.
You used to be a pro Unreal player. Stop this.
Hustle, what you saying?
I want to piggyback off what Alex said. Like for y'all don't really know too much about me, right? See, I used to rap back in the day, and I used to step in it, and I did not know. Like, I knew how to rap, but it wasn't on the level of everybody else. I used to step in the cipher, get my shit pushed in, and then go back and write some more. And it, you know, as over time, like all the more ciphers that I stepped into, I started getting, you know, my weight up on. I started getting my weight up. I started getting my T-Rex on, my Low Deluxe on. I started getting the niggas shit for real. And like, but I had to learn. I had to take those early losses to actually learn. Like, yo, I can do it this way. I can do it that way. I got to learn how to. You got to learn how to compete. And a lot of these little young motherfuckers don't know how to compete, or they scared.
They're soft.
Yo, and
I think we're talking about two different things. Because I do agree with you guys what you're saying. Like, yo, we play to get better. You know what I mean? You practice, so that's how you get better and you improve. But I'm just saying that like some niggas would be just taking this shit too serious. But they have to fall back and remember it is just a game. Like relax, like you know what I mean. Like they should be taking this too.
But
serious.
is it
the overall consensus is yes, it is just.
If I'm not getting paid.
Oh, of course.
To be then I'm here. Look,
But then again, we're
this-
looking at like how the person perceives things personally, right? So I'm an A-type personality. I want to be the best at fucking everything I do.
Right.
So for me, it's not just a game. It's embodiment of me. Like I'm putting all of me into it. So how can I get better? How can I improve? How can I do more? Not everybody's gonna see it that way. People are gonna be like you or Jack or J-Main, where they're gonna say like, I just want to unwind and have fun.
Me? No. Definitely not me. Definitely not.
J-Main got some A-type personality. So it's all about like there are different people with different personalities, right? But the thing is, you never want to be in an area where you're always winning or you're always losing. You want to be in that middle, in the chaos.
Yeah,
I
niggas
kind
in
of
the
disagree
gaming,
with that though.
No,
I kind
but
of disagree with that, Alex.
niggas
Because
in the gaming.
I think
go ahead.
when you're winning, you can also still learn from yourself, and that's what the best competitors do.
Now,
you know what I mean?
no,
when
Jamie, let me say
Rather?
something real quick. Sorry to cut you off, but for perfect example, Floyd Mayweather always picks fights that he knows that he can win. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's certain people in this gaming community that be like that though. That be, you know what I mean? Like I'm saying nowadays, like he's only gonna agree to a fight that he knows that he can win.
Oh, okay.
Some people will challenge niggas that they know that they can beat, and that's what I don't understand in this gaming community. I see that so often.
And then continue with.
Go ahead.
Keep going, J-Man.
No, I was just to your point about you saying you don't want to be like the best or you don't want to be the worst. You kind of want to be in the middle. Like I just think being the best, like if you are the best at something, your job as a competitor is to challenge yourself to find out what you can do better within being the best. And
maybe I said that wrong. I'm sorry. So let me clarify. I mean, you want to face people that put you in that
are better than you.
Correct. So you don't want to always be the best. You want to go against people that will force you into that middle ground so that you're always improving, whether or not they're in that area. So you don't want to be the top ranking person. You want to be able to find someone that is going to push you I guess you can say iron sharpens iron as like the metaphor, right? So you want to have someone that can force you to continually move up in certain terms of like that aspect. So let's say if Michael Jordan was still playing basketball or in his prime against like LeBron, like that would be like that continuous rivalry of them trying to get better consistently all the time and to one up each other to move forward. So they're literally in the middle. They're not drastically above each other. They're in this sort of like, I need to push myself. Sort of like, I would even say like in wrestling, you would have Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, right? Like those two titans consistently moving forward. Does that make more sense?
Yeah,
I get that one. That's better. That's a good example.
Yeah, it was just interesting. I just wanted to get y'all take on
Jack, what do you think?
Jack sleep, dog.
Jack,
No, I got an opinion on this. Ninja was absolutely justified in what he was saying, but he shouldn't have said it. And I'm gonna tell you why. He shouldn't have said it. First of all, Ninja, whether you like it or not, gaming is considered a sport. Competitive gaming is considered a sport. He's an athlete. He caught a lot of flack for comparing himself to athletes. This man is a multi-millionaire off the shit he has done. He has used his skill set to acquire a fortune, just like these athletes. So it might be different the way they went by, but they still got to the same destination. That's the first thing. So I understand that. The reason I feel he shouldn't have said it was because of the audience he attracts. He attracts a lot of children, right? So on the one hand, you don't want to put a defeatist mindset in a child's, on a child. At the same time, when you become like, I'm uber competitive, right? But like the way I get when I lose games, bro, I wouldn't want a kid to act like that, bro. Like that's how we get motherfuckers getting swatted and shot and all. So
some stupid shit.
So you just gotta know who your audience is. Like if he talking to a room full of grown motherfuckers, yeah, you gotta have that mindset. But he talking to like fucking children under 10 years old right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you gotta just.
I really think you're right, Jack. I think the verbiage that he used was incorrect. But I think the message could have been told in a much more intricate way that could have been like, when you lose, learn from it. Understand why you lost. Take that loss into consideration and then be better from that and learn that, use that as a teaching method. Instead of like, get angry.
And also, I think the term "it's just a game" is just like it's used in so many different scenarios. You know what I mean? It's just a game, right? What I was speaking of was kind of totally different than what you guys are saying, right? When you read the term, it's just a game, right?
When people say that does piss me off. That pisses me the fuck off.
Because when people say that, they don't have the same mindset that you look at a game as you. So when they say it's just a game, they probably think, oh, it's just Connect 4 or some shit like that. Like, no, it takes more than just picking up a controller to be good at a fucking first person shooter or a game like that. Like you gotta really like put mental aspect into it. You gotta work hard at that shit. It's not just a game. It's more than that.
By the way, Raven has now coined me as Sex Lex. That's my name now.
J-Main, how many times the girl said it's just a game, bro, to you?
A lot.
But like, that's the thing though, like
a lot, bro. I go to bed pissed. She's like, yo, it's just a game. It's not, man. Don't tell me that. Now we not cuddling. Fuck out of here.
That's the thing, it's nothing wrong to have that mindset, but at the same time, right? I hate when a whole bunch of it's just a game ass dudes get on a competitive fucking match. It's like, bro, you know you're not built for this. You getting on competitive ranked match. Like, take your ass off.
Once again, I don't want no one competitive. I don't want no one to take what I'm saying. Is like I'm saying niggas don't be competitive and niggas don't want to win or don't. I'm not even trying to say nothing like niggas. Obviously, it's frustrating when you lose. You always strive to win and be the best and get better, right? For sure. I play games on hard difficulty. Like I said, I play with people that are better than me in games. I always try to strive and be better. But I'm just saying, like, for the people who take it to the next level, sometimes they got to pull themselves back, which is probably a relevant topic from what Ninja is saying, is that, like, sometimes how people be acting over these video games, you got to pull yourself back and be like, yo, it is just a fucking video game. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't getting paid from it. Like what? Some of these.
I think he lost a lot of people when he brought up the athlete stuff too, because a lot of people don't look at video games as sports. myself included.
I mean, if you get paid for it, it's a sport.
Wait,
Like,
No, it's not. No, the hell it's
Oh,
not.
really?
You get paid for
You don't,
it?
you
Not a
don't,
sport.
J-Man, why don't you think video games are sport?
Because
I don't-
sports to me is physical exertion, and video games don't include that.
Yeah, but chess is a sport.
Chess to me is a game, not a sport.
Chess is a sport. My boy's in the Olympics.
It's Olympics, yeah. There you go.
So I don't give a fuck where it's at. I think it's not a sport to me. Fuck out of here. Because the Olympics say what? I don't give a fuck.
Hold on. Basketball is a game.
Basketball is.
Oh, that's actually.
It's a game. It's a game and a sport.
but and a sport though. Yeah.
Baseball
it's
is a
both.
game.
And a sport.
And a
Football.
sport.
Football
They're
is a
all games.
game.
They're all games.
And they all
Chess
take
is a
different. Hold on. They all take different sets of skills, do they not?
Yes.
Do video games take a different set of skills?
Yes.
It's a sport.
No.
Anything
Sports
that
to
you
me
can
is
do, it
physical.
a sport.
Physical.
Y'all wilding. Listen,
Yo, J-Man, I be sweating when I be playing some of these games, dog. You know what I mean? I be, I be
you can
parched.
make a
Because you
I be
scared,
par-
motherfucker.
Maybe you can make a
doing
case
shit?
for
Nah, I be
VR or
sweating.
some
I be
shit like that.
parched, yo. Some of these matches intense, dog. You know what I mean? I be parched, yo. I don't know about you, Baya. Sometimes I can be perspiring, bro.
Only time is VR. That's it. That's it, man.
Game is not a sport, dog.
Yeah, I don't know where I fall. I just wanted to hear what you thought about that. I actually really don't know where I fall, whether gaming is a sport or not. I think there's a case to be made on both
I just
sides.
spit a little bit. Sport definition: an activity involving physical exertion and skill, in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment.
So what
Do
kind
we
of
not-
physical exertion do you get from playing
Do we-
games.
sitting down
do
playing
we-
a video game?
My boy,
Hey,
I've
yo,
sweated.
that gay wrist
Yo,
be
I've
hurting,
sweated
dog.
playing
After using
Counter-Strike.
that.
I'm not playing.
That gay wrist be hurting, dog.
I'll give you that when you playing games like Sekiro. That shit will have you sweating.
Sweating.
Why are you sweating
Counter-Strike?
though?
Counter-Strike
You're
will
not
have you
sweating
sweating.
from any physical activity. You're
Sekiro
sweating
because
you're nervous.
you so fucking stressed out.
Yes, that's mental stuff. That's not
okay.
physical.
But when you look at it,
Okay.
it's and skill.
So it means both.
Both.
Yeah, it means both. Yeah. And
Both.
Yeah, but
So-
no physical.
There's no physical.
So
Where's the physical exertion
exertion
in gaming?
But physical exertion does not have to be full body physical exertion.
Does it look like
There
I'm
you
doing
go.
anything right now?
Are you playing games during the podcast?
Does it look like I'm doing anything right now?
Are you playing games during the
Answer
podcast?
the question. Just answer the question.
I think I
Where
can
are your
answer that
hands?
question.
Answer the
No,
question.
whoa,
Does it
J-Man.
look like I'm doing anything
J-Man,
right now?
where's your hands, dog?
Where your hands?
Does it look like I'm doing anything right now? Answer the question.
Nah.
I'm
J-Man.
playing with a controller right now. No physical exertion at all. I'm busting some ass right now. I'm moving my fingers.
That's physical exertion.
That's a sport to y'all, moving fingers.
I'm just saying. If chess is considered a sport and all you do
It's
is this,
not.
click. What?
They got that-
Chess
they
is
got
a
that
sport.
Olympics, so I guess so.
Chess is a sport, my boy.
Yeah, the Olympics, bro. Come
Yeah,
on,
Uno
no.
is a sport.
Literally
Uno is a
the
sport. Connect Four is a
Olympics.
sport. You know,
They did that to make them feel good, man. That's not a sport, man. That's not a sport. Beat my dick is a sport too, huh?
Oh,
Whoa.
I'm just saying. I'm
Come here and
moving my
bring me that
head.
chocolate brown.
Whoa. Whoa.
Chess is a game.
Drew, don't play that game. You go to the gym too. You gay as fuck too. Don't play that game.
Nah, I don't know what this nigga talking about. What? Nah, that's you over there.
Don't play that game, Drew.
Yo, Alice, you be one of the white dudes in the locker room with your dick out.
Yo,
No.
yo, that's why I stopped going swimming, bro. Yo, let me tell you something. I know this has got nothing to do with video games, some off the record type shit.
Alex be butt ass like,
Yo.
yo, the squat rack
I'm
though,
telling you,
killed
yo,
it today.
Yo, have y'all go to the gym or like go to a change room and there's always white people always butt ass
Yes,
naked in
yeah.
there,
Always,
bro.
Always naked.
Yeah.
Always, yo. I seen the old
White
man.
dudes.
Yeah,
Them
old white
dudes,
man, bro.
They love the gym showers, dog. They
Bro,
love
they got their
showering in the gym,
ass,
dog.
dick out, like nigga, like
Put that
chill,
salt and
bro.
pepper action. Yeah, that's-
Jesus. That shit had me. I like when I walked in there, I was like, my eyes, dog. That shit, it was crazy, dog, man.
NASCAR not a
I
sport.
know.
either,
Listen,
just so
I
the
know
record is
Drew
straight.
goes to the gym, and I know Drew
damn, J man, come on.
trying to get some.
Driving in
old-
circles ain't a sport. I'm sorry.
Trying to,
Hell no, man.
Drew trying to get some old chocolate. You know, trying to get some old sugar daddy action up within
That
that
shit be
gym, boy.
pissing me off when they do that shit, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, they be, white mans be wildin'. Old white mans be wildin' wilding in the gym, bro.
Hey, nah, Kofi, I hate to break it to you, but black people do that wild shit too. And it's really older people that do that shit, dog.
Yo, there was some dude. I'm taking a shower, and at the gym, the literal shower curtains have like a panel that's like 2 feet like this and like 4 feet like this, right?
Yeah.
Like why? Like I guess length and like width. That's clear that you can see someone is in there. So some fucking guy goes and he literally sees me, makes eye contact with me. Amy, as I'm taking a shower, and he goes to open the curtain, and he's like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, motherfucker, you saw me. Am I gonna beat your ass naked and slippery? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, Alex, he was testing the waters to see how you would react. You know what I mean? So he's sharing
I was
shower
like, what
with
the
him.
fuck? You could fucking see me. I screamed that shit in the fucking shower. And he was like, "Oh, sorry. God bless. God bless." I'm like, what the fuck? God bless?
Yo.
You was testing the waters. That must be the code, dog. You know, y'all look at each other. If you open the curtain, dog.
Listen,
if you accept
tell you
them, then you know what I mean. Some homo
listen to
activities
this.
going
No,
on,
listen to
dog.
this. So I know a dude who used to work at a gym, and he was like custodian, right?
Yeah.
He was telling me, he was like, "Yo, somebody had a butt plug that they pooped out in the fucking shower."
All right, yo, we out.
Oh,
All right, we
All
out.
right, next
All
topic.
right.
I was like,
back to
what
video
the
games.
fuck?
All right, back to video games. Save that to off the record next week, by the way, on our Patreon. Make sure y'all check out our Patreon. We do a podcast every 2 weeks on there. It's only $1, man. 4 quarters. That's it. And you get 2 extra podcasts a month. Make sure y'all check it out.
Yo, Game Fanatic said Alex said meet me at the back of the gym.
That's fucking crazy, man.
He said that Sex Lex. That's right. Sex Lex is my new name, by the way.
Yo, all right, what else happened this week? Platinum Games is planning to announce a new game next week, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if Jack's there at the moment, bro. It's looking good for me, dog. It's looking good.
What game? What game? What game?
Platinum
We
Games
don't know yet.
is announcing a brand new game next
It's gonna be
week.
Bayonetta 2 for the PC.
You use
Fuck
some
Platinum
chicken-
Games. Fuck Platinum Games with a chicken wing in my hand. Yeah.
Oh, wait. So what's that bet again? That's if
So-
will Platinum be bought out?
So Jack said Bayonetta 3. Before that game comes out, Platinum will be acquired or closed down before Bayonetta 3 comes out. That's our bet. That's our bet, and it's $20 on that. That's I'm taking money from Jack, taking money from J Main. I'm gonna be a rich man when it's all said and done, dog. You already know what it is, dog.
I don't know about that second one, though.
All right, next topic. Uncharted movie is apparently starting to film in 4 weeks.
Why would you do a movie? You just play the game.
Despite the lack of a director. How y'all feeling about this shit, dog?
Yo,
That's
just play the video
disrespectful.
games. You might as well just watch the movie there.
That's disrespectful. The fact that they don't have a director, though, like, what the
That's
fuck?
kind of crazy.
Yo, they
yeah.
got more cutscenes than Kojima, boy. You better just play.
You a damn liar.
No,
You
that's a
fucking
lie.
liar,
That's a
dog.
damn
You
lie,
a
bro.
damn
That's a
liar.
damn lie. Death Stranding got more cutscenes than any Uncharted game, dog.
Metal
Fall
Gear
back.
Solid 4? Come on, we're not about to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They need to stop this. Stop this movie. At
Can
one
they just
point,
can
I
it?
was
Just done.
I was for this, but they really trying hard to make this movie happen. I don't know why.
Just
don't know
cancel
why.
it. Just
Let's
fucking
cancel
cancel it.
the fucking movie.
Yeah,
already.
it's
Just
over.
cancel it.
They got who's the kid from Spider-Man? Tom Holland.
Tom
They got
Holland.
him in
He's
there,
a good.
right?
Listen,
That's
that's a
Nathan
good
Drake.
looking kid. That's a good looking kid. And he got a British accent. Poof.
Yeah, Alex, put down the bourbon, dog. You know what I mean? It's
No,
enough.
man, I'm
It's
almost
enough.
done later.
It's
I got
enough.
some more to go.
You fucking around moving like meds right now, dog. All that drinking, dog. You better
Oh,
fall back, dog.
No, I don't
And
smoke
Mark
weed.
Wahlberg is supposed to be
Listen.
healthy.
No. I don't do drugs like meds.
Oh shit. Well,
Meds don't do
Hey,
no drugs. Don't blow
meds
up the
don't do
spot.
no
You
drugs.
don't do no drugs,
don't blow up the
man.
spot.
Meds, if you, listen, Meds, if you're ever in the 305, come hit me up. I need some dank.
Wait, did y'all hear about Jedi Fallen Order though?
What about it?
What about it?
That Respawn said that they should have delayed the game, but they were trying to meet dates and shit that coincided with other Disney Star Wars products that were coming out at the end of the year.
Yeah, because fucking there's too much sliding in that game. You know how much sliding you do in that fucking game?
No, not even that,
Nah,
but
that game is fire.
performance-wise, though, it released at in a bad state.
Really,
the
J-Man?
performance is
Really?
bad.
Bro, my shit ran fine.
You brute forced the damn game with your 2080 Ti, motherfucker.
I'm about to say I didn't know this.
Everybody ain't got that shit.
I didn't notice any problems with that game, bro.
I was playing it on my PC. I had performance issues.
I'll say word.
Yeah, they even
it's
said it. They said it.
Alcoholics. I like that.
Let me see. Okay,
word,
so
I
here's
didn't I didn't even know it was like that.
Here's the quote though from Vince Zampella. He said he admits that the conversations about delaying the title were had. He said, "Yeah, it was a conversation that we had, and we decided that we wanted the game out there. We wanted to get it, being out for the holiday. It's a game that really fits that time frame. That time frame being Disney Plus, which came out. What else? The streaming service with Mandalorian, and then the new Star Wars movie that came out. So pretty much Disney was like, yo, make sure this shit is out for this.
I'm pretty sure this is common, J-Man. I'm pretty sure this is common.
That's normal
in the industry.
Yeah, but it's bullshit.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but I think it's part of the business. And the reason why they can take advantage of that is because now they're connected and they can drop patches and shit for that. But I think this type of shit is actually common. I don't even think this is like.
It's a normal thing across the industry.
It's common, but it should be a big deal. You know what I mean? Just like Alex and his problem with crunching. It's common, but it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It should be called out.
Shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got to be called out.
We got a donation from Rystar. He said, shout out to Hustle for the White Sox hat. Much love, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. It's a clean hat still.
Listen, if you don't listen, you can just subscribe to Hustle and Motivate. Subscribe to Eric Cuts for the Win. Check them out on Twitch.
Please
Check
do.
them out on Twitter. Make sure you view them all the time. And also, I'm just saying this. I'm awesome too. Come to my channel.
That's right. Support everybody. Yo, support everybody in here. Drew, I see what you're doing over there.
I will send you DMs and I will show you my
Drew,
DMs on my channel.
I might be on my Drew wave soon, dog. My girl's been bugging me to, create a
was gonna
couples
say that.
channel and shit like that.
Kofi, when is your girl gonna go and show on Chatterbait? What's up?
Whoa.
I don't know, man. I tried to pimp her out on Twitch, but shit, so you know what I mean? She wouldn't fucking go with it, bro. I'm like, just show her a
Alex
little
off
titty.
the soft
I just
tonight.
said, just show her a little titty on Twitch and we out of here. You know what I mean?
Tell Miss Kofi, listen, tell Miss Kofi if she ever wants some vanilla, just come my way.
I was gonna say I'm surprised that Alex even likes chocolate like that. But all right,
Yes.
You think I don't like chocolate?
I mean, hey, look,
The darker
Alex,
the berry, the sweeter the juice, my boy.
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen of the chat, Alex be putting them buff little bitches in this chat. I mean, buff women. I don't call them those buff swole joints.
Alex, you good? You good? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Drew knows what's up. Drew knows what's up.
Yo,
Listen,
Yo,
I want
Drew,
my girls-
you like girls with sticks too, Drew? Oh man, shit is crazy.
Nah.
It's like the girls that can put you in a dope fiend and shit like that.
Listen, I want a girl to put me in the Amazon. That's what I want.
yo, y'all got it.
The Ravenflow with the donation says flag on the play, Alex. Pause.
Ravenflow came up with the name Sex Lex, by the way. I'm just saying.
Alex
He
is
did.
Alex is definitely dummy lit right now. But that's actually pretty much our entire show that we have today, man. It was a great podcast, great discussions. We're gonna wrap it up. Shout out to every single one of y'all watching the podcast live, man. Shout out to everyone who's gonna watch it later. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's free, man, and it just shows support. It works in our favor when it comes to the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. So hit that like button. Really do appreciate it. With that being said, let's do the outros, man. We'll start off with our guest, Drew. Thank you for pulling up, man.
Drew Game, check out the channel. Check me out on AGS Podcast. I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you for having me, Kofi.
No problem. And I see Chris Wright just saying, no Final Fantasy 100 gigs topic. That's not really a topic, man.
That's not a topic.
That's not a topic. How many games are 100 gigs nowadays? You know what I mean? That's just get used to that, man. We're gonna be seeing.
Let me know if Final Fantasy
games,
7 is actually a complete game.
I mean, for it to be incomplete at 100 gigs is kind of crazy, though.
Yeah. Jack, go ahead and put chicken in your mouth.
But
Jack.
until I play the game, then we can really see what's up with that 100 gigs. You know,
on,
like.
Jack.
Like shit could be inflated because of like audio and shit like that, you know what I mean? So who knows? I'm not really looking at that and getting like super hyped or some shit like that. I think that's just a common thing going on. We're gonna be seeing much bigger games. Like we've been seeing 100 gig games now, from the Call of Duties to Red Dead Redemption. So seeing a game being 100 gigs, it doesn't really do anything to me anymore. The fucking Destiny over 100 gigs, so just whatever.
Bleeding Edge. What's going on?
Eating garbage. What?
Oh, they want y'all to talk about Bleeding Edge.
We didn't talk.
Hell
we
no,
didn't.
I
We didn't talk about Bleeding Edge.
Listen, people talking say that I'm gone. I can look. Listen, you're talking about like white boy drinking. I used to drink a dude's named Chad. Okay, don't fucking talk to me about like, oh, he gone. I can fucking drink,
Chad
motherfucker.
Ross.
All right. I used to drink with a guy who wore 2 polo shirts and popped both collars. So don't
Definitely
get
a Trump
fucking talking
supporter.
about
You drinking with
drinking.
Trump supporters?
Oh, you definitely did coke before, Alex. I think you did.
Alex has done coke before. He has done.
I
Whether he
can
admits
fucking
it,
drink, motherfucker.
He's
I'm gonna
definitely
be that
In
dude
Florida
telling you
too,
to.
yeah.
I can do that. I'm that dude telling you to come here, give me your fucking cup. Oh, I'm pumping the kid.
I haven't done no
Oh,
coke.
what is
I haven't done no coke.
Oh, what y'all talking about?
You did coke before, Kofi?
Yo, what the fuck?
All right, yo, we're gonna wrap up the podcast. Our Press Start podcast
What
is
is going on?
You know what I mean? We're gonna wrap up the podcast. Drew, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Hustle and motivate. Hustle and motivate. Can you do your outro, please?
Wait a minute.
He needs his face. He needs his face. That's why it sounds like that. That's why he's Russian. Cause he needs his face.
Yo.
She does. Yo, she does so much for like. She does. Like I don't know why. I don't know why you're so extra every time I turn on. Guys, I do not do cocaine. Please don't spread that narrative. Please do not spread that narrative. I do not do cocaine.
Kofi, what's that under your nose, man?
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
He got
Yo,
the bum hat on.
his new name is Kofi.
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 Oh my
Hustle,
God.
do your outro, man, so we can get the hell out of here. Shit's looking
Okay.
spooky on this shit.
First of all, shout out to Miss Kofi. That's legendary shit right there. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hustle and Motivate. You can catch me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch, which I'm gonna link right now. Shout out to Black Ace for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I see you, pimp, and I really do appreciate the love and support. I am on the road to 50 followers and at least 3 consistent viewers to be affiliate on Twitch. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm really just doing it out the love. And I really want to entertain y'all, man. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm inspired by Eric Cuts for the Win, Jack Move Johnny, Broken Games HD, Kofi, everybody in here at Weapon Wheel, UPP, everywhere, man. Like all y'all inspire me to like try to do great things. Shout out to Dog Cloud. And I want to say this again. You was the second black YouTuber that I met. You's a cool he need to know that, man, because I typed in black YouTuber, him and Dr. Trey came up, and
What?
They gave you a doozy. They set you up for failure, my man.
Yo, wait. We gotta stop all of this outro. You do it. You searched up black YouTuber and got Dark Cloud and Dr. Trey.
I'm serious. I'm
What it do, bro? Talking to town, Nintendo, Doc Trey still holding it down.
Hold
Can we finish his rap? Can we do his
How
intro?
the fuck does
Can we
that
do his
happen?
intro? No, hold
Yeah.
on. What it do, bruh? Talking to town, Nintendo, Doc Trey still holding it down.
I
You
got
know they make the best games, and you know this, bruh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yo,
Come on,
was they
finish.
go for
You don't like it?
indoctrination?
You had it sick.
Yo, that is fucking
Yeah.
crazy, bro. YouTube is bugging, Jack. Holy fuck, they
Dude,
bugging.
that algorithm is all the way
Yeah,
fucked.
you got Cloud using that black YouTube hashtag and shit in the
If
tag.
I type in black YouTube and Dr. Trey come up, I'm closing my fucking account. This the top of the list? No!
Well, hold on.
Sign me the fuck out.
Shut up. Let me talk.
You can have that seat, though.
Continue. My bad.
It was
Continue,
like
man.
it was in like 2011 or 2012 at that point. That's like when I typed it in because I pretty much I don't want to say all the white people. They pretty much had the same opinions, and
What you trying
I
to say?
got tired of hearing y'all, whatever. Yeah, Alex, you know what's popping over there.
Hey, talking about the template, folks.
You're not even facts. Alex, you're not even white. You Cuban anyway, sir. Come on, man.
I do got. Listen, I'm 1% South African. I'm just saying.
Well, okay. All right. So you're from the mother.
Nah, you had it right.
Yo.
1% South African, 2.5% North African. I'm just saying. I got my shit back.
Look, man. I say all that to say this, man. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Kofi, if you can be a G on that one and just retweet my Twitter. I'd appreciate it. Jack, when Last of Us 2 I'm looking at this nigga and I'm laughing. When Last of Us 2 dropped with the factions, I'm trying 1v1 you in that. I'm gonna just put that out there right now.
That's an easy W. Hold on. What you
It
doing?
should
Easy. All right, man. We can do that.
That's competition. I ain't scared to lose. I ain't like a lot of these motherfuckers around here. I'm not scared to lose. I'm trying to pop.
That's why I
That
like to
made me
hear,
talking like
man.
he nice. That's what's crazy.
I'm better than you, Jack. Don't do this.
Hey, Hockey
Jack,
Jake,
you might be a
let
better
me
healer than me,
people
but that's
around
about
here.
it.
We gotta pay J Main some respect too. He better than a lot of people around here, dog.
Stop lying for this nigga J Main. Stop lying on this man. The only game J Main could play is NBA 2K. Nah, I'm cutting him up. Nah, man. He said something disrespectful. You cannot big up J Main on this podcast like that, bro.
Disrespectful to the guests. Hustle, please continue.
Go ahead. Nah, just follow my Twitch. And like I said, I'm on the road to 50 subs. Follow my YouTube as well. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to be dropping content starting next week. I look forward to seeing the new people around. Shout out to It's Black Ace, because I saw you when you subbed to me, homie. I really appreciate it. And I hope to be back on again. I mean, at some point, Kofi. Don't blacklist me for me because of the J-Man comment. Good Lord.
Don't worry, I got you, homie.
That's what
I got you.
All right. Yo, you see, you ruined my reputation out here. Now they calling me a cokehead, yo. You know what I mean? They calling me a cokehead in the chat. Fucking crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yo, but like I say, your eyes got.
No, I was trolling, dog. What the fuck? I was
trolling. You got it. It was trolling. You was trolling.
You know what I mean?
You was trolling.
Alex, go ahead and do your outro, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to the Press Start Podcast. I appreciate all the fun that everyone had. I'm still gonna keep drinking, by the way.
Thirsty Thursdays, I see you.
Thick Thursday is in effect. I like my ladies built like Chun-Li and packed like poison. So if y'all want to come down and check me out on stream, it's Alex with 2 X's. We're finishing off Doom 3, then we're moving into Doom 2016, and then Doom Eternal. We're gonna fucking punch it in the booty hole all the way, elbow deep. Get that in there. Please check out Erica's for the win. She's fantastic. She's a great streamer. Man. Please check her out. Go to Hustle and Motivate's channel as well. Subscribe to him as well. Please, if J-Man ever uploads content, that'd be great. You might as well subscribe to him, but he doesn't upload anymore. What the fuck?
J-Man, that shit
Jack Move Johnny is playing Resident Evil 4 all the way through. Jack Mujani should do a thing called Stream the Series, copying some white guy that he knows probably, and then playing all the Resident Evil games back to back all the way through because, that's a thing. Kofi is doing the Discord Chronicles. You can check us out on Discord as well and check us and see what we talk about in Discord and view them as well. Kofi also was going to put out videos weekly, but hasn't done that, and he's been slacking.
Man. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna pick it up. I'm picking up.
Drew Games, check out the Any Given Sunday podcast. Hard 8 Times is doing fantastic on his betterment of himself, which is awesome. Drew also doesn't say a fucking word in podcasts, so check him out as well if you want to hear just parents on any stream or podcast too. Yeah. But if you want, come down to my channel, have a good time. I don't get as sus as you think I do on my streams. It's more about a good time, having a good fun and a good laugh. And thank you so much for supporting us and being great viewers of our show. Remember, again, 200 Patreons gets me to wearing a do-rag on a Press Start episode podcast. So have a good night. Please be safe and come on, enjoy it. Have a good time.
I need to be on that off the record.
This fucking tweet is hilarious.
What happened?
I'll post this.
Nah, it better not be no coke shit, bro. I wanna be. Oh my god! It better not be no coke shit. Hold on, let me put it on the screen. Oh man, y'all are annoying, man.
Oh my god.
Y'all are annoying. This says Kofi after Press Start podcast.
Okay, that's funny, dog.
Jay Legend, thank you, Jay Legend. I see you, Camp.
Oh man, y'all are fucking annoying, man.
Police coming to get you, dog.
Jack, do the outro, bro.
Man, this podcast was wild. To quote my guy Chop, but appreciate y'all for watching, man. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Mixer, Jack Move Johnny. Y'all know how to get in touch with me, man. And I'll follow everybody on the panel, follow the guests, and we out. Peace.
J-Main.
Oh my god, man. Too hilarious, man. Oh, great show. Appreciate Hustle and Drew for pulling up on us. Y'all follow me on Twitter. Wait, Iggy trending? She dropped the nudes?
Wait, wait.
Nah, that's Iguodala. Never mind.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I
thought Iggy Azalea dropped the nudes, y'all. I was
Shout out to the Nets, man.
They won?
They blew them niggas out, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They up by 2. But,
Oh
It
shit!
was up by
Whoa.
like 30 something.
Yo, Kofi. I'm sorry, Kofi. Look at the chat. Look at what I just posted.
Thank you.
God, all the memes are coming in. No.
listen,
Y'all
follow me
donate.
on Twitter at jbay518. Also, check out everybody else here. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Like the stream, share it out, let people know what's going on over here at Press Start Podcast. And we'll see y'all next week, man. Stay
If
blessed.
y'all like Drunk Alex, press 1 in the chat right now.
Yo.
If y'all want Drunk Alex more often, press 1 in the chat.
All right, yo, that's wraps up today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Look, even when we light
Did
on
Jack get his
topics,
outro?
did he?
Yeah. Oh, no,
He did,
Drew
he
didn't
did,
get an
he did.
outro.
Drew
No,
didn't get an outro.
Drew
Jack
did.
didn't get an outro.
Yeah, he did. Y'all not paying
got an
attention.
outro.
They already got an
You
outro.
got an
Y'all niggas not paying attention, bro. Pay attention to the
You got one,
podcast.
Drew? Hold on. You got one, Drew?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Once again, thank you
That's
guys.
New York. I gotta look out for New York.
Thank you guys
Yeah,
for pulling
man.
up the Press Start Podcast, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Even though we light on topics, never be scared to pull up. We always have a good time. It's just fun kicking it with the panel members, and we always got some funny shit to say. So thank you. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to everyone here.
Guess I'm getting drunk
Our
every Thursday,
podcast
boy.
remember, our podcast is available on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play. If you ever want the playback, and support our Patreon, we really do appreciate it. We're doing fire things over there. Off the record next Tuesday. With that being said, we out, man. Take it easy, people.